The following is a Dowling Catholic sports presentation on Iowa Catholic Radio. Our coverage of Dowling Catholic High School sports is underwritten by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, Dental Associates, the Catholic Tuition Organization, Mercy One, and Skeffington's Formal Wear. Thank you for supporting Dowling Catholic sports on Iowa Catholic Radio.
And welcome back to the Waukee Northwest Gym. Mark Hemedale alongside Scott Babinette as we're underway here with the tip-off as both teams have now scored, and that was Kiela Madison for Waukee Northwest. They go right to left in front of us wearing their home white uniforms. Dowling in the visiting maroon jerseys with gray trim. Dowling leading 3-2. Or rather, Waukee Northwest with a 3-2 lead on Madison's 30th three-pointer. Then Dowling works it inside and shoots and scores. So that is Julia Moore with her first basket. So Zedeker with the basket and Moore with the basket here, Scott. Babinette, as we're underway.
Yeah, no one's missed a shot yet. Most teams are executing the way they want right now.
Not shooting. And now Waukee works the ball underneath. A shot up and no good. Rebounded by Sadie Moss. And her putback is up and no good. And the rebound Dowling. 5-3 Dowling with the lead. Maroons on an 11-game winning streak. Record's 4-4 coming in. Now a corner three by Frericks is no good. And the rebound Moss and Waukee Northwest. Apologize for a little bit of our technical problems getting underway with the brand new gym here, getting everything figured out. So I think we're all set for tonight as we're broadcasting from the track right behind the scorer's table here at Waukee Northwest. Second year this high school has been open. And the Wolves with a record of 7-10. Dowling's record 14-4 in the girls contest. We'll have the boys too. And now a three-pointer no good by Neray Barnes. Rebound Dowling. Maroons with their usual starting five down the lane. Zedeker with the shot. It's up and good. The basket will count and a foul on the Wolves as Waukee Northwest tried to take the charge, but picking up the foul is Avery Vogt.
Yeah, and when you get those defensive rebounds, you can get out and run, and Zedeker's playing with such confidence. Most of the year she's done that, right? She's getting all the way to the rim there and getting the end one, so it's a great start for her.
Zedeker with 4 points. And the free throw good, 87% free throw shooter. Ava Zedeker, 5'10", sophomore for Dowling. Leads the team, averaging just over 20 points and 5 rebounds. Leads the team with 29 steals. Zedeker, Tritton, and Moore, the three guards. Along with Ellie Olson and Lauren Frericks in the post. And now a shot in the lane, no good by Sadie Moss. Rebound Dowling. And Maroons in the front court. There's Frericks on the left block. Kicks it out to Zedeker. Waukee Northwest stays man-to-man. Frericks turnaround shot. It's blocked in the lane by Northwest. And the Maroons get the rebound. Here's Moore with it. Nice block that time by Vanderpool. Corner three no good by Frericks. And rebound to Neray Barnes of the Wolves. And Neray all the way down and draws a foul. And this will be on Julia Moore, her first. So up and going here, Scott. I know we didn't get to a lot of the some of the pregame notes that you had. We can kind of get those involved right now as we meet all the fans here. And I knew we were going to have this happen tonight.
They love us, right?
They love us. Well, some of us, I think.
Yeah, I was saying Dowling needs to keep Waukee Northwest off the offensive boards. They gave up 11 last game. They need to get complementary scoring to go along with Zedeker's average. She's averaging 20, and they need to get that.
Here's a steal by Zedeker. You talk about her. Down the lane she goes. Her shot up, left it short. And the rebound Moss and Northwest. Here come the Wolves. Down court is Madison. Kiela, now Marion Heller in the lineup for Dowling Catholic on that last dead ball. And so is Ellie Olson. Ellie Mueller, rather. Mueller, a 6'1 freshman in there. They work it down inside to Moss. Her shot over Mueller is up and good. Nice move that time by Sadie Moss. That's her first basket of the night. 6'1 versus 6'1, senior versus freshman. Or junior versus freshman, excuse me. Moss, the junior, and Mueller for Dowling, the freshman. Here's Zedeker in the lane. Stops at the mid lane. Nice defense that time by Moss. Gets it up top to Tritton. Now Frericks underneath to Mueller. Layup good, and a nice pass that time by Frericks to Ellie Mueller on the left block.
Yeah, Northwest is choosing to use Sadie Moss on Zedeker, try to put some size on her and make it harder to drive, make her drive wide. But the Maroons just need to have the other players step up and attack like that, and Mueller open up for those layups.
Here's Barnes for three, and it's good. She shot it over Marion Heller, and Three-pointer by Waukee Northwest. Kiela Madison, with the three. And a timeout by Northwest after the made basket, a 30-second timeout here, Scott. So we'll keep it here with Dowling leading 10-8, 3:42 to go here in the first quarter from the Waukee Northwest gym.
Yeah, the third thing I was going to say, Mark, before the game and the pregame notes is last time Northwest changed defenses on the Maroons, they didn't recognize right away. So they need to recognize, and if, for instance, Northwest decided to press, they need to punish. And what I mean by that is they need to attack with a purpose to score and run them out of those defenses, press defenses, junk defenses, whatever they're trying to do to frustrate you don't play frustrated. You frustrate them because they can't stop what you're throwing at them.
10-8, Dowling with the lead. Maroons are led by Ava Zedeker's 5 points here in the first quarter. Off the bench, Ellie Muller with 2 points for Waukee Northwest. A pair of three-pointers by Kiela Madison. And she has 6 of Waukee's 8 points. Sadie Moss with the other 2. And our officials now getting everything straight on the shot clock and everything. Mark Royer, Dave Lutz, and Sean Peterson is our officiating crew tonight. And around for the boys game. We'll have both games tonight here in Iowa Catholic Radio. Dowling with the ball. They dribbled across the timeline. Looks like they're going to face guard Zedeker. A little bit different defense out of Coach Guess here.
If they move the ball, they'll be fine. They can use her to screen the defense, get open shooters, keep moving her through and screen for her.
Now pass in the corner, a three-pointer no good by Frerichs. Offensive rebound, Dowling. This is Muller with it. Goes up against Moss, won't shoot it, and Maroons get a brand new shot clock as they reset it at 35. And now Muller underneath, and her shot is blocked by Moss. Sadie Moss for Waukee Northwest leads the team with 48 blocks, make it 49 with the block shot there. It's 10-8 Dowling.
And that's a good matchup of the two post players going at each other right now on both ends.
Waukee Northwest, with the basketball. 15 on the shot clock. Madison with it. The left wing over to Vanderkroll in the lane. Her shot no good. Moss with the offensive rebound. Her shot is blocked by Muller. And the rebound out to Frerichs. And here comes Dowling. Outlet pass goes to Zedeker. Skip pass over to Heller, who had the hot hand in our last game that we did with the Dowling girls a few weeks ago.
That was definitely her best game of her career, right? I mean, she was on fire there.
She certainly was. And now Dowling with 15 on the shot clock gets it to Muller. That last game we did was the Southeast Polk game, where she had 20 points. Now corner three by Tritton, up and good. Layla Tritton, corner three from the left side. That's her first three of the night. And Dowling's lead is now 5 over Waukee Northwest, 13-8 with 2 minutes to play in the first quarter.
A classic Dowling style. They get the touch, feet in the lane, and then a kick out for a wide open three, and that's what they need to get the great shots that they want.
Waukee Northwest gets the ball inside, and now a tie-up on the right block between Muller and Moss. And jump ball or possession arrow goes to Waukee Northwest. I want to thank all the folks here at Waukee Northwest, including their athletic director, Jim Dewey, and Wendy Ritzmeyer, Justin Ohl, Kurt Getting, all the folks. Now a steal by Dowling. Tritton steals the inbounds pass. They lobbed it right over to the free throw line, and she stole it away. Here's Heller with it in the corner to Moore for three. Good. Julia Moore continues that hot hand. She's got 5 points tonight. That's her 18th made three-pointer, and the Maroons have doubled the score, 16-8 over Waukee Northwest.
Her development and shooting has been so important for this team this year. I mean, she struggled the first 3 years, and she's really picked it up this year.
Well, shooting wasn't her forte. Defense was. And sometimes
still is.
It's still kind of kept up. You have to stay out of foul trouble,
right,
Julia.
Yep.
And she has, and now she's picked up her offensive skills and gained a lot of confidence.
Right.
Confidence is so key. I don't care if it's the girls or the boys game, but especially with young ladies. And she has that right now. Now Tritton underneath. Her shot is blocked out of bounds. Dowling will have it with 20 on the shot clock. Maroons by 8.
And she's so confident. She had just passed half-court shot to end the half the other day at Sioux City, or the quarter, one of the quarters.
Yeah, I saw that in a little highlight reel. As Mulder will check out for the Maroons. Checking back in will be Ellie Olson, the 5'10 sophomore. As the Maroons inbound it, Zedeker throws it in. He's run a little flex cut to get a Somebody open, can't do it. Good defense by Waukee. Zediker down the lane. The C-parted layup is good. She got right around her defender, Chloe Hayes, for the basket.
That was just great recognition, and that's what they need to do when they're kind of junking up the defenses and find those openings and be patient. They've slowed down, and that'll force Waukee to come out and pressure a little bit more, which will allow them to go faster.
Dowling by 10. Final 32 seconds of the first quarter. Here's a shot in the lane, no good by Chloe Hayes, a 5'11 junior off the bench for the Wolves. Rebound Dowling. The Maroons will try to hold for the final shot. 20 seconds remaining on the game clock, and shot clock is turned off. Let's see what kind of play the Maroons have. Here's Heller with it, top of the key. Waukee Northwest staying man-to-man. Here's Zediker with it, trying to overplay her. Olsen with the screen. Zediker with the shot, top of the key, no good. Olsen with the rebound and putback up and in at the horn. Ellie Olsen, offensive rebound and putback. And we've come to the end of the first quarter with the score. Dowling Catholic 20 and Waukee Northwest 8. Alongside Scott Babinet, I'm Mark Himadale. Our thanks to Jennifer Phelps keeping us on the air here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
The Catholic Morning Show.
Deacon Randy Keel, you say that we desire change, but desire isn't enough.
Change is not easy. Change even stirs some level of anxiety inside of us. Part of our mind that has our defense mechanisms, it will talk us out of change. If we make the plan for our personal interior change after the decision, we will find the plan is able to be accomplished far more than if we make the plan first before the decision.
The Catholic Morning Show, weekdays at 7, only on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Hi, this is Matt Wilkham from Iowa Catholic Radio with another testimonial, this time from Whitney, who says, "When I started listening to Iowa Catholic Radio, I started hearing about all of the different resources. It was amazing, and it opened up the state and the community." For Whitney and so many others, Iowa Catholic Radio is truly a lifeline. Our on-air fundraiser starts February 27th, but you don't have to wait to give. Donate now at iowacatholicradio.com. Thank you.
And we're back here at the Waukee Northwest Gym. Dowling Catholic leading at the end of the first quarter 20-8. As the fourth-ranked Maroons looking to win their 12th in a row. Mark Himadale alongside Scott Babinet. And Scott, when we get a moment, we'll do our first quarter statistics. Foul in the backcourt. The ball back there, and that'll be on Waukee Northwest, and this will be on Vonna Billick, her first. So another new player into the rotation for Northwest, as we've already seen Chloe Hayes check in. And now Dowling with the ball. They get a shot in the lane, no good by Olsen. The rebound cleared out of there by the Wolves, and here comes Waukee Northwest on the offensive end. Wolves work underneath. A shot in the lane up and no good by Megan Long, who just checked in. Long started the last time these two teams played. Dowling gets the ball down court. And Olsen with the shot up and good. Ellie Olsen, averaging just under 2 points, now has 4.
Yeah, she's done 2 straight baskets for her, and just running the court and being opportunistic when the ball falls to her.
Dowling by 14. 22-8 over Waukee Northwest, underway here in the second quarter. Reminder at halftime of the girls' game here, we will have Clay Philking talking about the Dowling boys and their 8-day layoff. See what they've been up to. Now Waukee with the ball on the baseline. Here's Kiela Madison. Her shot in the baseline, no good. Rebound Wolves. Now a long three by Vanderkool's no good. Another offensive rebound for the Wolves. And they'll reset the shot clock. And now down the lane, running jumper no good by Vonna Billick. The rebound Dowling. So 4 shots that time in that possession for the Wolves. Now here's more with it. Julia down the lane, and she loses it out of bounds. So, Scott, you got to look at some of the first quarter numbers here tonight.
Yeah, in the first quarter, Dowling was 8 for 16 from the field, 3 for 6 from the three-point line, 1 for 1 from the free throw line, 10 rebounds, 0 turnovers, which was a good quarter for them. 3 for 11 for Waukee Northwest from the field, 2 for 3 from the three-point line, 6 rebounds, 2 turnovers. So turnovers have been low in this game so far.
Yes, they have. Now the Wolves with the basketball. They work it inside. A shot off the glass, no good by Vonna Billick. As Coach Chris Guest rotating his bench. and they get Olsen for the foul. So Ellie Olsen picks up her first foul. That is the second team foul on Dowling. Waukee Northwest with 2 team fouls, and free throws coming for Ivana Billick, the 5'8 freshman, hits the first one. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Ashford Vision Clinic and Construct Professionals.
Northwest ran a nice back screen play there from one side to the other and opened up over the top pass to draw that foul there.
And both free throws good by Billick. Billick is a 70% free throw shooter, and Vana makes them both for the Wolves. Full court pressure by Waukee Northwest. 22-10. That's Waukee's first points in a while because they hadn't scored in the last few minutes of this first quarter. Now, Zediker down court. Her shot, or rather the pass over to Muller. Her shot up and no good. Gets her own rebound. A foul on Waukee Northwest. That'll be on Moss. And that'll be Sadie Moss's first foul.
Yeah, Mark, I have a statistic here that was given to me. I'll give credit to Coach Meyer, but in the last 7 games, the opponents for Dowling has been shooting 34.7 on twos and 23.9 on threes. So the defense has definitely picked up for the Maroons over these last few games.
No question about it. I think that's some better numbers statistically than what she was talking about when she referred to that with us about before Christmas. Second free throw by Muller is no good. Ellie Muller, 6'1 freshman for Dowling, off the bench now with 3 points. She's 1 for 2 at the line. 23-10. Maroons by 13. They have led by as many as 14 here in the first half over Waukee Northwest. The Wolves with a record of 7-10. Dowling with a record of 14-4 and winners of 11 straight. Now a long three, no good by the Wolves. Rebound Dowling. And here comes Julia Moore into the front court. Dowling left to right in front of us as we are about 20 rows behind the scorer's table. Moore goes down the lane left side. Her shot no good. Rebound Muller. Brand new shot clock for Dowling. Now here is Frericks trying to work baseline against Billick. Can't do it. No reset.
If Dowling can get the ball moving but to pass a little bit more, they'll get some openings here. The ball's kind of sticking right now, and then they're driving wide instead of directly at the rim. So it's kind of slowing it down.
Megan Lawns picks up the foul. That's her first. And she will go to the bench. So Dowling will have Zediker inbound the ball. It's Ava Zediker, Ellie Muller, Layla Tritton, Julia Frericks, and we got an offensive foul on Dowling. And they're going to get Muller with the offensive foul. Ellie with her first. She must have set the screen, and
she was out of there fast.
Yeah, but I think Zediker was trying to roll off a ball screen from her, but foul on Dowling. They go the other way. Third team foul on the Maroons here in the first half. With just under 5 minutes to play here in the first half. Dowling with a 23-10 lead. Long three up and no good by the Wolves and Ashley Brown. Rebound comes out to Dowling. Here's Zediker with it. Over to Frericks. Julia in the lane, backs in, guarded by Madison. Now finds Zediker in a backdoor cut. Layup good. Nice pass by Frericks, the senior to Zediker.
Yeah, that was that back cut. They've been good with that all year. And in particular, Layla runs it well with Ava, and so does Lauren Frericks.
All right, here's Madison with it. Dribbles baseline, goes through 3 people. The shot is blocked. Muller gets the shot blocked. Rebound out to Zediker. Ava in the front court for the Maroons as they're running. Now, Ava will launch the three. Good. Right in front of Coach Guest and the Waukee Northwest bench. Ava Zediker, her first 3 of the night, and her 36th made 3 of the season.
And that's what they do well. They got out and ran. Doesn't allow Waukee to set up their defense as well. They kind of collapsed in the lane to take away any passes there, and she was wide open for a 3 off the break there.
There's Moss for 3. No good by the left-hander from the right wing. Rebound Dowling. Maroons left to right in front of us. Zediker in the lane. Tries to get it to Muller. Nearly intercepted by Moss, but picked off by Julia Moore. Goes in for the basket, and she's fouled. And she'll get 2 free throws here. That'll be the 15th foul on Waukee Northwest.
Coach Meyer has to be loving the way the girls are attacking through the lane, and they're not backing down to the challenge. They're going in and attacking and drawing these fouls to get to the line here.
And Moore at the free throw line. First one is no good. She has 5 points tonight. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Skeffington's Formal Wear, Mercy One, and the Catholic Tuition Organization. That's a 15 foul on Waukee Northwest. Dowling with 3. Second free throw good by Moore. Julia shooting 67% from the line. I remember Not too long ago, she was struggling to get to 50% and has really improved her shooting. Not bad for a soccer player. You got to use that feet.
Yeah.
And she's learned to use those her hands, and got a great touch on the ball.
Yeah, and I know we'll talk about this on Senior Day on Friday a lot more, but the leadership she and Lauren Frericks have provided these young players and this team has been tremendous. They don't always show up with all high numbers on the stat sheet, but they've been tremendous leaders for this team this year.
And they are the only two seniors on this Dowling girls team that are suited for the lineup. There's a long three. It's no good by Billick. Rebound Dowling. They work underneath, and Olsen can't get the shot to fall. It's a rebound out to Neray Barnes. Now the Wolves in transition. Here's Vanderkroll in the lane. Puts up a shot, rolls in, and rolls out and back in. So Vanderkroll gets the Scott Babinett roll. 29-12.
You keep willing that, but I assure you, I never got that roll.
29-12 Dowling. 2:45 remaining. Second quarter. Here's Olsen with it. Dribbles the right side. Backs in against Barnes. On the right block, kicks it out to Moore. Julia looks to penetrate. Now hands it off to Heller, who just checked in. Marin. Hand off to Olsen. 10 on the shot clock. Now to Moore. Keep it away from Zedeker. She's being face guarded. Now 5 in the shot clock. Moore has it. And a reach-in foul on Josie Vanderkroll of Waukee Northwest. So shot clock was down to 5, and Vanderkroll a reach-in foul. And we'll give Dowling a brand-new shot clock and the basketball set.
And Zedeker did a great job there. She's that old NBA pull-through move, and the defender's arm through the defender's arm and drew the foul. It was a really smart play on her part.
Brings inbound the ball to Muller. Now Elliott picks up her dribble at half court. That's not a place you want to do that. Now we got a timeout, I believe, by Dowling, yes. This should be a 30-second timeout with 2:15 remaining in the first half. Dowling Catholic 29. Waukee Northwest 12, Mark Hamadale, Scott Babinett from the brand-new Waukee Northwest gym. Well, Dowling has played Waukee Northwest twice in girls play, and both games have been at Dowling.
Right.
This year and last year, and then I should say the third game was the regional final, so all 3 games were at Dowling. This is the first time the Maroons have come here. Beautiful place on the newest school in the Central Iowa Metro League. We thought Centennial was, but now they built this one. Beautiful.
Right. This campus is huge, too. Driving up here, you can park at different parking lots. And the stadium looks beautiful. As the sun was going down, I arrived here. It's just a really nice. They've done really well here.
Yes, they have. I was out here during a mini derecho working the softball game the day after the 4th of July. That's how I remember it. And that was interesting because you could see it coming. And thank goodness we got the kids and everybody out of here. Mercy One Dental Associates and Construction Professionals are our supporters of Iowa Catholic Radio. Appreciate you supporting our supporters as we support them. 29-12 Dowling with the ball. Here's Heller underneath. Turnaround shot in the left block. Good. Right around Megan Lawns. So Marin Heller with her first 2 points tonight. And it's 31-12 Dowling. Maroons by 19. They equal their largest lead here in the second quarter.
And she's doing such a good job of just playing under control and taking the opportunities when they're there for her. And she gets that space. She's not very tall, but she creates space for her shot.
Here's Lawns with the shot. It's no good from the right elbow. That shot might have been altered by Ellie Muller. Now the Maroons back in, and a shot up and no good. They're going to get Vanderkroll for a foul. As Zedeker had her posted up on the right block there, Scott.
Yeah, and they actually did a good job of stopping her on the drive where she's been able to get to the basket a lot. And this time she was just persistent and got the defender turning and got to the free throw line here.
So Zedeker at the line. First one up and good. She's got 13 points here in the first half. She's 2 for 2 at the line. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Dental Associates, and the Catholic Tuition Organization. Mark Hamadale, Scott Babinett here on the track. Second free throw, no good. Did I do something?
No, I was surprised she missed that free throw. She's not allowed to do that.
When you're shooting close to 90%, once in a while, once every 30, maybe. There's Waukee Northwest with the basketball.
Sorry, that was funny.
Madison with it. And a long three by Kieva Madison is good. That is her third three of the night. She's got 9 points and 32 threes on the year for Madison, the 5'5" senior. It's 32-15 Dowling.
Our poor audience wonders what we're laughing at. There's about 100 kids running down the court with the teams
All in unison. Yeah, all in unison. And now Dowling with the ball, and they work that back cut on the baseline to Zediker. Her shot up and no good, draws the foul, and she'll go to the free throw line.
And that's just smart. I mean, Zediker knows she's going to be overplayed, and so setting up the back cut and then going now, she just has to finish the free throws.
Moss picks up the foul. That's her second. Zediker at the line, and she'll start another streak. And the first one, no good. Now she's missed back-to-back. What have we done, Scott?
I don't know.
Doggone announcers jinx, and that's all happens. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Mercy One, Dental Associates, and Construction Professionals. That second free throw is good, and now the streak will restart. 49 seconds to go in the first half. Dowling 33 and Waukee Northwest 15.
Yeah, we had that wrong streak started. We don't like that one.
That's right. Wolves with the basketball. Madison's pass to Barnes. Now top the key to Moss, who's playing with two fouls in the lane. Shot off the glass too strong. Rebound Dowling and Ellie Olson. Dowling the other way.
Again, the Maroons' defense, they're just challenging every shot that's out there, and it's just making it difficult, and that's what you want to see from your team, the consistency there.
Shot clock turned off. 20 seconds remaining in the first half. Here's Tritton with it to Olson. Waukee Northwest, man-to-man defense. 10 seconds to go. Now here's Sparks with it. Now down the lane is Heller. A little shot up and good right at the end. She got it up before Moss could block it. And Heller with 4 points. And we go to halftime with Dowling and their largest lead of the night. The Maroons lead it by 20, 35-15 over Waukee Northwest as the Maroons outscore the Wolves 15-7 in that second quarter. And we'll go to halftime with Dowling in the lead. I want to thank our supporters of Iowa Catholic Radio. They include Skeffington's Formal Wear, Ashworth Vision Clinic, and Construction Professionals. And a reminder, we will bring you the boys' game tonight, Dowling and Waukee Northwest. The Wolves come in ranked third in Class 4A, so this will be a rematch from the previous contest where the Wolves beat Dowling back in January by 9. And, of course, tomorrow, the regionals in classes 4A and 5A girls are announced. The brackets and pairings will be announced, so I wish we could provide you more information tonight, but we will on Friday. And, of course, that'll be our next broadcast, Friday night, Dowling hosting Urbandale in the girl-boy doubleheader from the Dowling Gym on senior night. We'll take a 2-minute break, Jennifer, 2-minute break, and Scott and I will total up the scoring here in the first half and bring you the statistics along with head coach Clay Philking previewing the Dowling boys matchup with Waukee Northwest. Our halftime score, Dowling Catholic girls leading 35-15 over the Wolves of Waukee Northwest. And we'll return after this 2-minute break here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Bring the Eucharistic revival to your parish with Iowa Catholic Radio's Eucharistic Miracles of the World banner display. The work of future Saint Blessed Carlo Acutis, this beautiful display will educate and inspire. Learn more at iowacatholicradio.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and urgent eye issues. 515-440-4610. ashworthvision.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Construction Professionals. Construction Professionals does remodeling and new construction. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. CPCustomHomes.com. Thank you, Construction Professionals, for supporting Iowa Catholic Radio.
Iowa Catholic Radio, connecting listeners to Christ every day with people like you.
Hi, this is Father Fabian from the Diocese of Des Moines. Thanks for listening to Iowa Catholic Radio.
Hi, this is Matt Wilkham from Iowa Catholic Radio with an important message. Our on-air fundraiser starts Monday, February 27th, but you don't have to wait to give. Donate now at iowacatholicradio.com. And thank you for helping connect listeners to Christ.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Dental Associates, addressing your smile needs and dreams. 515-225-6742. Des Moines-DentalAssociates.com. Thank you, Dental Associates, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio. Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from Mercy One, your expert circle of personalized care for all your health needs. With more care locations than anyone, your best life is their one purpose. Find your doctor at mercyone.org.
Iowa Catholic Radio, connecting listeners to Christ every day with people like you.
Hi, this is Father Greg Leach from the Diocese of Des Moines. Thanks for listening to Iowa Catholic Radio.
And we're back here at the Waukee Northwest Gym alongside Scott Babinett, Mark Emmerdale. Halftime of the girls contest, and Dowling girls leading 35-15 over the Wolves of Waukee Northwest. Now joined by the Dowling boys head basketball coach. Yes, he's been gone for 8 days, but he returns tonight at a brand new gym here in the CIML, and that's Waukee Northwest High School. And we're joined by Clay Fieldking. Coach, thanks for joining us. I noticed I saw Nahas earlier. Coach Nahas, I got to be careful on the radio. Saw him earlier, didn't have a tan. I looked at you, I thought you guys would, take a cruise, come back, give the kids some time off, mini break before we get to the crunch time, and here you are. What'd you do for 8 days, Coach? And welcome back, by the way.
Yeah, thanks. It was a nice break. Went after a little bit with the guys, gave them a couple days off, sprinkled in a couple off days to let them get away and regroup a little bit. Practices were a little bit shorter, but they've done a good job, and they're ready for another game. But it was nice. It was nice to unplug a little bit and reset.
Well, I'm sure it was. And, of course, what a stretch. That was an exciting game over Des Moines Hoover. That was your last game before in your 8-day layoff. And what a win it was. We get a chance to talk to you afterwards because it was on a Monday night. I know the kids had school the next day, but that was a big win, and that puts you at 500 right now. And, of course, this is kind of a tough stretch here. You're trying to close out the regular season in the next 2 weeks, and you get the Wolves at Waukee Northwest and Peyton Sanford. But nonetheless, what a performance on that Monday night over Hoover.
It was a great win. Yeah, kind of a tale of two halves. We couldn't stop them in the first half. And they're capable of that. Those guards are terrific, and they were all hot. I don't think we guarded them that poorly. It was just one of those halves where everything they put up went in, and I thought we did a good job of, staying connected, and our guys turned up the defensive intensity in the second half and held them to 19 points in the second half, and that's what won the game. Offensively we were okay. We were good, not great, but defensively they kind of figured things out and found a way. The ending was pretty weird. We were fortunate to get a technical foul call, and it got a little weird late. But, I thought our guys deserved to win it. They made some adjustments and played really well in the second half.
Well, you mentioned defensively, the first two quarters there, you give up 39 points at halftime to Hoover, and that comes off the performance against Southeast Polk where you couldn't stop them. They were very hot. So that was 6 quarters that you just flushed, and all of a sudden, the third and fourth quarter against Hoover, your kids found it defensively, and that's going to have to carry over tonight. I know it's been 8 days, but it's got to carry over tonight against the Wolves. You're going to see, Price Sanford and Cade Kelderman for the second time, the two leading scorers for the Wolves. So hopefully that'll carry over. And you played them to a 9-point game at your place back in early January. And talk about tonight's matchup.
Yeah, it's tough. Cade and Price are obviously very gifted players that just present a lot of problems. Cade just controls the tempo, and it's hard. He doesn't get rushed. He's always under control. He makes open shots. He can make plays for himself. He gets everybody else involved, and is just so good. And then Price is obviously a special player. I thought we did a good job on him the first time around, and he had like 28 and 12, I believe. And he could do everything right, and still he's getting buckets, and so. Those two present a challenge, but, on top of that, these other guys, Manning and Coase and Tigas, and Natish is starting now, I know. Those guys, they shoot it really well. They shoot a very high percentage, and so there's nobody that you can really leave and help out, on Cade and Price with, and it just is stressful. It presents a lot of stress for your defense, and so we'll just have to compete really hard. I thought we did the first time around against these guys, and we're going to need more of the same.
Well, your lineup is, still 8-9 player lineup, and you've been very successful with that. Kids coming in and pleased with your bench. And I'm impressed. Riddick Metten, Ryan Kleppe tonight, they're going to play their 17th game as varsity players. They have not played a lick until this year, and they're growing in their position. I know they're undersized, but I thought he did a pretty good job on Sanford. He seemed frustrated at Dowling back in early January when you played him. And I'm sure tonight is rotate players because Jack Odie, Colin Clark off the bench with Dante Cataldo and Dianji. You can rotate players and try to find a stopper if they have a leading score, and hopefully that'll transfer into tonight.
You're right. We have multiple guys that we feel can at least make things difficult for Price and for Cade. And we'll give them different looks. I thought Colin did a really good job the first time around on Price. So we'll have to be locked in. We'll just have to be locked in and hope they miss a few and stick around a little bit and hopefully be there in the end.
Well, it's good to see you. I was wondering what happened for after 8 days, but it's kind of a quirk with this new conference. You're down to 9 teams, and you got to either fill it. Well, you can't play Tuesday and Friday, but you can find teams to play. They want to play back to back. Hoover did. They played Monday, Tuesday. Yep. So hats off to Courtney Henderson and Hoover for playing you on Monday. Otherwise, you'd have even longer left.
Yeah, it was good to get that game in for sure, and it was good to win it. Obviously, you don't want to sit on a loss for a week. Yep. So it was a good way to go into that break, and hopefully we don't show any rust. That's a long time to not be in game situations, but I'm confident our guys will respond.
Coach Filking, thank you, and thanks for all you do. Appreciate you coming up, and best of luck.
Thanks, Mark.
All right, Clay Filking, the boys basketball coach at Dowling Catholic. We'll take a break. Scott Babinett and I will have the first half scoring statistics and our rest of our statistics when we return to the Waukee Northwest Gym here in Northwest Waukee. Mark Emmerdale, Scott Babinett, halftime of the girls contest. Dowling girls leading by 20. It's Dowling 35, Waukee Northwest 15. Back after this 1-minute break here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
This is a Young Catholic Minute. How far is too far? Ask yourself, will I wish that my future wife had gone further with other men? Or instead, that they had respected her dignity? You see, how far is too far usually means, how much can I use this woman without going too far? Any use is too far. It shows that you don't care about giving love at all, but just taking physical pleasure. Now, obviously, God intends the gift of love to be accompanied with physical pleasure, whether it's holding your bride's hand or something far more intimate. But first, it has to be a gift of love. And what does that mean? St. Paul knows. Husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her to sanctify her. And how did Christ do that? By sacrificing everything and enduring death on a cross. So, if you give your whole life to your bride, that's called marriage, with all the joy and sacrifice that entails, then that pleasure will truly come from the love it signifies. For more, go to youngcatholicminute.com.
Listener-supported Iowa Catholic Radio, 1150 AM KWKY Des Moines, 94.5 FM K233BT Des Moines, 88.5 FM KIHS Adel. Online anytime at iowacatholicradio.com.
And welcome back to the Waukee Northwest Gym. Mark Emmerdale alongside Scott Babinett. Halftime score 35-15, Dowling leading Waukee Northwest. We're underway here in the third quarter, but now we have a stoppage. And I'm not quite sure what's going on the floor. Everybody's kind of waiting around. Scott, give us our first half numbers, and I'll give you the scoring here in a minute.
Okay, Dowling was 13 for 25 from the field, 4 for 8 from the three-point line, 5 for 9 from the line, 21 rebounds, 2 turnovers. Northwest, 5 for 24, 3 for 9 from the three-point line, 2 for 2 from free throw line, 9 rebounds, and 2 turnovers.
All right, and now Waukee Northwest with 16 on the shot clock has the ball kicked by the Maroons. I think it was Julia Moore. Leading scorer for Waukee Northwest, Kiela Madison with 9 points. Josie Vanderkroll, Vanna Billick off the bench with 2 points, and Sadie Moss with 2 points. And so Vanderkroll, Billick, and Moss, 2 points each for Waukee. They went 2 for 2 at the free throw line. And now a shot clock violation against Waukee Northwest. Actually, the ball went through the net, but it was released before after the buzzer. So Dowling will get the basketball. Full court pressure by the Wolves. Zedeker gets it to Julia Moore. Dowling breaks the press. They get it in the front court. Dowling with back to their starting five. Zedeker, Moore, Tritton. Underneath, a shot up, and no good, and a foul on Waukee Northwest as Tritton will go to the line. And Lauren Frericks and Ellie Olson in the post. And that foul was on Waukee. And who did they give it to? I think they may have given it to
24, I believe.
That's who it is. All right. Vote. That's her second, and that matches up on the board. Yep. So free throws coming. Tritton hits the first free throw for Dowling. Second one good. Layla now with 5 points. She had 3 points at halftime. Dowling was 5 of 9 at the free throw line. Maroons were led at halftime by Ava Zedeker's 14 points. She had 1 3-pointer and 4 2-point baskets. And she went 3 of 5 at the free throw line. 6 points for Julia Moore. 4 points each for L.A. Olson and Marin Heller. And now Waukee with the basketball. And Madison shoots and scores in the lane. That's her 11th point. Full court pressure by the Wolves. Dowling now gets a 2-on-1. A ball stolen away. But the young lady who stole the ball away, Vanderkroll, stepped on the baseline. Back to scoring for Dowling, as we mentioned, Heller and Olson with 4 points each. Layla Tritton with now 5 points. And Ellie Muller off the bench with 3 points. And if there was one thing Dowling was lacking, I don't know if you saw it on your side, but Maroons 5 of 9 at the free throw line.
Yeah, that was unusual for them. I 2 of them were by Zedeker, who we've come to expect that she'll hit.
All right, here's Tritton with it. Olson on a backdoor pass, stolen away. He tried to hit Zedeker, and she was well defended, and Ellie threw it into kind of no man's land. And now the other way we go, and a shot up and no good by Avery Vogt, but a whistle and a foul on Dowling.
Yeah, if she's going to make that pass, it needed to have a higher arc to it to run under rather than like a direct line through the defender's arm. And then the flip side, she got back on defense, but not quick enough and got a foul.
Right.
So
foul's on Olson, her second. She becomes the first Dowling player with 2 fouls. Free throws coming for Avery Vogt. First one up and good. Vogt tonight, her first point, 66% free throw shooter. Her uncle is Darren DeVries, the head men's basketball coach at Drake University, who is down outside Nashville playing Murray State tonight. The second free throw is good by Coach DeVries' niece, Avery Vogt. She's now 2 for 2. 37-19 is our score. Dowling with the lead over Waukee Northwest. 6:10 to go here in the third quarter.
And this is what I was talking about earlier, Mark. The Maroons need to be strong with the ball and attack with a purpose. Don't get caught in the middle. You get caught up, and all of a sudden you're handing the ball to the other team.
Waukee's picked up the defensive intensity. I think Coach Guess, we saw, didn't go deep into his bench, and at least 8 players that we know of. Now here's Frericks with at the free throw line. She turned and was probably surprised that nobody was guarding her. She probably could have shot the ball from the elbow. Instead, she draws the foul, and that'll be on Kiela Madison. Picks up foul number 2 and the second team foul on the Wolves here in the second half. Now the inbound pass stolen away by Sadie Moss. Goes down the lane, turnaround shot in the lane off the glass, no good. Rebound Dowling as Heller gets in for the Maroons. Marin with the rebound, as is Ellie Muller. Here's Moore with it in the corner to Frericks. She sets her feet, shoots, and her three-pointer no good from the left wing. And the rebound out to Waukee Northwest. 37-19 Dowling. 5.5 minutes left here in the third quarter from the 2-year-old Waukee Northwest facility. Beautiful gym. Basically surrounded by stands, including behind both baskets. And now in the lane, the shot blocked by Zedeker, but she will pick up the foul as Vanderkroll made a move. And a nice job by the Wolves. They are attacking the glass there with each possession right now. We've seen they're getting a little bit more aggressive, and Vanderkroll will go to the line. Zedeker with her first foul.
And realistically, that's the only way they can get. They need to get the line to score with the clock stopped to close this gap. And one thing you're seeing from the Maroons in the second half, they're not up on their defensive toes as much, communicating, getting caught up on those side screens, and people are open up. At that time, you end up trailing and getting a foul trying to block the shot.
First free throw by Vanderkroll, good. Second one, no good. So Josie Vanderkroll now with 3 points for the Wolves. Dowling with the rebound. Pressure in the backcourt by Waukee, and now they deflect the ball as Dowling breaks the press, but that pass to go underneath the basket deflected away. I'll tell you what, this is a different Wolves team than we saw in the first half. They are not being passive. They're being aggressive on everything they do, whether it's results in a good play or not.
Right, and I mean, that's what Coach Guess would expect out of his team. I thought they were quite passive the first half by comparison to what we usually see from his style of play.
All right, here's Heller in the corner to Frerick. She's cut off as she dribbles baseline. Back out to Heller in the lane. Pull-up jumper up, left it short. Gets her own rebound. The head fake, can't get off the shot. Now to Moore. Brand new shot clock for Dowling. And now here's a steal by Waukee Northwest. Ray Barnes with the steal. 2-on-1. Leaves it for Lawns. Underneath, layup good. Megan Lawns with her first basket of the night. And it's 37-22. The Wolves now have pulled within 15 after trailing by 20 at halftime. Now we got traveling on the Maroons. Heller had the ball, and it was deflected, and she pulled her pivot foot in the back court. So turnover, and Wolves making a little run here. They have cut that 20-point lead to 15 with 4.5 minutes left to go here in the third quarter, Scott.
Yeah, and that's kind of one of those last progressions the Maroons are going to have to get used to. They're going to have to, when the attack comes with the pressure defense, they're going to have to handle that better.
Now Moss underneath. Her shot is blocked by Moeller, gets her own rebound, and puts the ball in with her left hand. So Sadie Moss with her 4th point. And it's 37-24. Now Dowling the other way, and Zediker answers everything. Ava with her 16th point. Shoots and scores in transition, breaking the press.
Yeah, stops that. I believe there's a 7-0 run there for the Wolves.
All right, here's the Wolves with the basketball. Lawns with it. This is Megan Lawns. She started against Dowling in the first meeting. 5'8" senior. Tonight Barnes gets the start. Barnes has the basketball. Her shot up and no good. Drew the foul. This will be the 3rd foul on Olsen. So Ellie becomes the first Dowling player to have 3 fouls. The Wolves with 4 players with 2 fouls. Let's see how Coach Myers plays this as free throws coming for the Wolves. And the first one up and good by Kiela Madison, who has 12 points.
The Maroons just need to be more active, get their feet active again on defense. It's just been kind of a slow half, slow intensity here. Low intensity on the defensive end and effort.
30-second timeout called. Mark Amadale alongside Scott Babinette here on Iowa Catholic Radio. Jennifer Phelps is our studio producer. Tuesday night, high school girls and boys basketball. Yes, we'll have the girls game following the boys here tonight as we have 3:43 left to go here in the third quarter. Dowling 39, Waukee Northwest 25 here in the girls contest. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Skeffington's Formal Wear, the Catholic Tuition Organization, and Mercy One. And this third quarter has been relatively dominated by the Waukee Northwest Wolves.
Yeah, I mean, Dowling already has 4 turnovers this quarter, whereas they had 2 in the whole first half. So a lot more activity. The Maroons are kind of passive with their attack, and they're just turning it over with lazy passes.
And another game going on here in Waukee is the free throw is good by Madison. She now has 13 points. Full court pressure by the Wolves as Dowling advances across the timeline. It's Waukee leading 7th-ranked Valley 32-25 at the half in the girls' game just across town.
And another beautiful gymnasium.
That's Fieldhouse.
Fieldhouse
versus Gymnasium.
All right.
Here's Zediker with the groove down the lane, goes down the left side, draws the foul, and Madison will commit the foul. Kielo's 3rd, so she joins Ellie Olsen with the 2 players tonight with 3 fouls each. Zediker to the free throw line. Ava with 16 points tonight. She'll have 2 free throws coming here. And the first one is up and good. Zediker with 17 points. Waukee Northwest will close out the season this week as they will be home against 6th-ranked Ankeny Centennial on Friday night here at the Wolves Gym. And then on Saturday, Waukee Northwest heads to City High of Iowa City for a 2:30 game in Iowa City to close out the regular season. Of course, the girls' brackets will come out tomorrow in classes 4A and 5A. Here's a long 3. It's no good by the Wolves. Rebound Dowling and Zediker. Ava with it. 40-26 Maroons. Under 3 minutes to play. Now Zediker, pull-up jumper. His body's hit the floor. It's up off the rim, no good, and rebound Moss. Ava had a little contact right before she went up for the shot. The player that was guarding her fell to the floor, and Ava's shot just rolled off the rim. And Moss with the rebound, and Waukee Northwest with the basketball. Now we got an illegal screen on Moss. We saw that earlier in the contest tonight. Moss with her third foul.
Yeah, Mueller had the same thing earlier that they called. Yeah, Ava found herself wide open and was like, wait a second, I'm not supposed to be this open.
That happened to Frericks earlier in the third quarter. All of a sudden the defense collapses or is not there, and it's like, that's where you always are ready to catch and shoot if you prepare yourself. But sometimes that just kind of shocks you. All right, Dowling with the ball. 2:20 left to go, third quarter. Here's Frericks down the lane. Shot with the right hand, no good as she works the left side. Moss comes away with the rebound. Wolves in the front court. Here's Madison with it. Little handoff to Vonna Billick, who's in there right now for the Wolves. 20 on the shot clock, and they'll run their offense. Dowling stays man-to-man. Now Madison's pass thrown away by Zedeker, and she's going to get an uncontested layup. That is good. 19 points for Zedeker, and Scott, that was a steal and basket for Ava there.
Yeah, I think the Waukee player was expecting the girl to cut high into that area where Ava was, and it went right to her. So we'll take that easy basket there, right?
Always. And now a little give and go, and a layup good by Vanderkroll. She got a nice pass that time, and Vanderkroll with her fifth point, and it's 42-28. Dowling with the lead over Waukee Northwest. Minute 30 to go in the third quarter. Corner three by Frericks is no good. Offensive rebound, Mueller. Her shot blocked by Moss. Scramble for the basketball, and Mueller comes away with it. Dowling a brand new shot clock, and they keep their possession alive. It'll be Zedeker, Frericks, Tritton, Mueller, and Julia Moore, the five on the floor for Dowling. Olson on the bench with 3 fouls for the Maroons. 10 on the shot clock. Here's Moore. Now to Mueller. Now to Zedeker. Coming off a ball screen. They get it back to Mueller. Her shot up too strong. Gets her own rebound. The putback up and good as she out-hustled Kiela Madison for the basketball and scored. Ellie Mueller with her 5th point.
Steal by Julia Moore and a basket.
Yeah. No sooner we get it written down. Moore stealing basket. Another turnover. 8 points for Julia Moore. 46-28. Dowling's lead back to 18. After the Wolves had it down to, well, it wasn't quite single digits, but
14, I believe.
That's the closest they got. Maroons let it. Their largest lead was 20 at halftime. 15 on the shot clock. 19 seconds on the game clock. Here's a shot up and no good. Shot clock now turnover as Mueller picks it up, and as the Wolves got an offensive rebound. Now 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Shot clock turned off. Now a pass inside to Mueller. Picked up by Julia Moore. Layup good. That deflected off of Mueller. And Julia Moore with back-to-back baskets has 10 points as we go into the fourth quarter with the score. The Maroons back up with a 20-point lead. Dowling 48 and Waukee Northwest 28. Alongside Scott Babinet, I'm Mark Amadale, Jennifer Phelps, our studio producer. We'll return with the fourth quarter from the Waukee Northwest Gym here on Iowa Catholic Radio.
The annual Christ the King Parish Library book sale is March 17th to the 19th at the Christ the King Parish Hall, 5711 Southwest 9th Street on the south side of Des Moines. All proceeds go to our parish library. A message from Iowa Catholic Radio.
The Catholic Tuition Organization provides tuition assistance for families to send their kids to our Catholic schools and 65% Iowa tax credits for you. Give to ctoiowa.org.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Skeffington's Formal Wear, in business since 1951, with locations in Des Moines, West Des Moines, Coralville, and Ankeny. Skeffington's Formal Wear, fitting you for life celebrations. Online at skeffingtons.com.
Iowa Catholic Radio, connecting listeners to Christ every day with people like you.
Hi, this is Father John Akery from the Diocese of Des Moines. Thanks for listening to Iowa Catholic Radio.
Okay, we're back here at the Waukee Northwest Gym alongside Scott Babinet, Mark Amadale, Jennifer Phelps, our studio producer. Dowling leading 48-28 as both teams play to a 13-13 tie in that third quarter. Maroons leading by 20, and they have the basketball to start the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and that's got to be deflating because Waukee was up 13-7 in that quarter, and the Maroons scored the last 6 points. So you fight so hard to try to get back in, and then in about a minute and a half, the gap went back up.
Dowling 8 out of 13 at the free throw line. Waukee 7 of 8. Waukee Northwest, rather, 7 out of 8. Now here's a steal as Dowling had the shot clock down to about 10, and then the Wolves come away with the steal now in the front court. Here's Megan Lawns with it. Leaves it for Kayla Madison. Also in there, Sadie Moss for Waukee Northwest. And now a kick ball by the Maroons. See who else. Number 4, Neray Barnes gets a start here in the fourth quarter, as does Avery Vogt. That's the 5 on the floor for Waukee Northwest. For Dowling Catholic, Maroons with Macy Harden, 5'2" sophomore, number 33 in the lineup. Ellie Moeller in there, Ava Zedeker, Julia Moore, and Ellie Olson with 3 fouls. Gets the start here in the fourth quarter for Dowling. Wolves now 5 in the shot clock. Long 3 up and no good by Lawns. Rebound Dowling and Ellie Olson. Outlet pass stolen away. Turnover by Dowling. Vogt with the steal. Can't convert the basket. Now finds Moss with the cut. Her shot up and good. Nice pass that time by the Wolves. And Moss with her 6th point. 48-30 Dowling. Pressure by the Wolves in the backcourt. Here's Julia Moore with it. Underneath them to Moeller. Her shot up and good. Moeller battling Moss inside.
And that's what they need to do. If they're going to pressure up, you got to punish the other team for giving you those 3-on-2, 2-on-1 opportunities. And Moeller finished there nicely.
All right, here's Moss underneath against Moeller. That's been a great matchup tonight. That shot partially blocked, now rebounded by Moeller. I think both teams lead their teams in blocks. Moss with 48 coming into tonight and 37 blocks by Moeller. And they both gotten swats at each other. Now Dowling with the ball and a foul on Waukee Northwest.
People are dying to get in this game fast there.
Fouls on Ashley Brown, who's been battling an Achilles problem for the Wolves. He's part of the rotation, and she has picked up her first foul. That is team foul number 5 on Waukee Northwest. Dowling with 3. 50-30. Dowling by 20. And the basketball in the final 6 minutes of the fourth quarter. Crowd still arriving for the boys contest. Here's Heller in the lineup for Dowling Catholic. Now pull-up jumper from 15. Good on the right baseline. Marin Heller with her 6th point.
Again, she just created it. She literally created 8 feet of opening there on that step back.
And she did. Wolves with it. Dowling by its largest lead of 22 right now. And now here's Brown with it, and she's fouled by Julia Moore. I think Julia saw the ball being dribbled a little too close to her. She thought, well, I'll just go after it, but picked up the foul. That's her second. She knows she has 3 left. And I'm sure in the final 5 minutes and 42 seconds, she will show that, as Olson now on the bench for Dowling.
Well, she just leads by example. She's not going to let up. She's going to play her style. She's going to be a hard-nosed defender and make it difficult.
Now backdoor cut by Moss. The ball goes out of bounds. They say it went off of Frericks, who was defending Moss. I'll tell you what, Sadie Moss active off the ball, and 6'1" junior will now have the possession back to the Wolves. 24 in the shot clock. They get underneath the Moss, and her layup good. She got right around Frericks that time, and Sadie Moss with 4 of her 8 points here in the fourth quarter. 52-32 Dowling.
She just had a nice misdirection cut and got Lauren off balance and was able to go up and over her.
Now they got Moss on Heller. The Maroons now will run their offense. Now here's Frericks with the ball. She has the ball stolen away by Megan Lawns all the way down court. Lawns has the ball tipped out of her hands. They're going to get Heller for the foul. And on Marin, that'll be her first foul. With 5 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter, 52-32 Dowling. And now checking out of the Dowling lineup, Macy Harden and Julia Moore. Zedeker is back in. And the Wolves have the basketball. Brand new shot clock. It's Ashley Brown. Gets it inside. A little running jumper in the lane by Vanderkool. Her shot no good. And a whistle and a loose ball foul called on Dowling. They're going to get Muller.
Yeah, Moss is just doing a good job. She's being persistent, clearing space to offensive rebound, get out opportunities. She's posting up strong and calling for the ball. They're just not getting it to her.
Corner 3 by Neray Barnes, no good from the right wing. Rebound comes out to Waukee Northwest. They get it in the lane to Vanderkool. Her shot up and no good, and Muller with the rebound. Outlet pass goes to Frericks. Lauren with it. Gets across the timeline to Zedeker. 4.5 remaining in the fourth quarter. Dowling 52, Waukee Northwest 32. The Maroons are on their way to winning 12 in a row. And that sets up senior night, Dowling and Urbandale this Friday night at the Dowling Gym. Waukee Northwest will host Ankeny Centennial in a girl-boy doubleheader on Friday. Here's Heller with it. 5 on the shot clock. Heller kicks it out to Zedeker. Zedeker at the free throw line. And they're going to call her for the offensive foul as she tried to split the two defenders. I say that more in football than basketball, but that was the case there.
She did. She drove a little. But in fairness, she got the ball about 25 feet from the basket and had to attack with under 5 seconds. So she's just trying to make something happen there.
Zedeker with 19 points tonight. She's been held scoreless here in the fourth quarter. Of course, we'll have all the statistics and scoring in tonight's contest following the game. And now a nice move in the lane. A shot up and good by Neray Barnes. And they're going to count the basket. Foul on Dowling. They're going to get Tritton for her first foul. And Barnes with, I believe, her first basket of the night, if I'm not mistaken. And we got a timeout on the floor. We'll take a 1-minute break with 3:51 remaining in the fourth quarter. 52-34. Dowling Catholic with the lead over Waukee Northwest. And we'll return to Waukee Northwest High School after this 1-minute break on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Did you know you have a choice in your child's education? Smaller class sizes, dedicated teachers, a sense of community, and a caring learning environment. Whether it's in the classroom or at home, Diocese of Des Moines Catholic Schools deliver the best value in education, and we offer tuition assistance to help you afford it. Learn more about how the Catholic schools in the Des Moines Diocese might be the right choice for your child. Visit dmdiocese.org/schools.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from businesses and organizations who share in the mission of connecting listeners to Christ while connecting you to their products and services they provide. To learn more and support the businesses and organizations who support the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, visit iowacatholicradio.com to view our business sponsors. If you'd like more information on how your business or organization can become a business sponsor, contact Deacon Marr 515-223-1150, 515-223-1150.
Hey, we're back here at the Waukee Northwest Gym. Scott Babinette, Mark Amadale tonight here on Iowa Catholic Radio, girls and boys basketball. And the girls contest, and Ray Barnes, the free throw line for Waukee Northwest, misses the free throw for the and one. Dowling the other way, and is that Heller in the lane?
It was.
Scoring? It was. Marin Heller off the bench with 8 points now for Dowling.
And Dowling did a great job of attacking that, getting the lane, kick it out, and then they came out and closed out, and Heller closed right to the free throw line for an open.
Now backdoor cut. Ashley Brown with the pass, and it's deflected out of bounds. Be Dowling basketball. 3 minutes and 17 seconds remaining. Dowling girls 54, Waukee Northwest 34. It's the fourth time these two teams have met. And that twice last year, and Dowling won both games. And it's the second meeting this year, and the Maroons are on their way with 3:17 remaining, up 20, and now substitutions. Zedeker remains in the game as Northwest still pulling on the press. Ava dribbling through a couple players. You got to get across the timeline, and they do by a second as Maroons get it across. Macy Harden back in there, and they get it inside. And a shot up and good by Harden.
Yeah, that's good. Again, they're breaking the press, getting an open shot there.
Now the Wolves the other way, and a three-pointer up and good by Lawns. Hagen Lawns with the three-point basket. And it's 56-34. Here's Zedeker all the way down court. Leaves it for Muller. Her shot up and good. She had to go around Sadie Moss, and she did. That's been a battle inside, and Muller with the basket.
Yeah, I'm going to say that was a good attack there, but it's also, I'm impressed with how hard Sadie Moss has played tonight.
Now Moss in the lane on a little give and go, and she has the shot blocked and off her hip. Nice job by Harnden again, and she's holding her own there, the freshman versus junior.
Yeah. And it's easy in these games to kind of, look at things for herself. She's given everything she can for her team, Sadie Moss, that is, and I'm really impressed with her effort tonight.
Well, Zedeker double team, and she calls a timeout. 2:22 remaining here in the fourth quarter. 31 seconds remaining on the shot clock, and it'll be Dowling possession. 58-37 our score. Dowling girls leading by 21 points. Mark Amadale, Scott Babinat, and Scott, as you look at the Maroons, they're going to start to empty their bench here. I'm sure Coach Guess will do the same, but Dowling and Waukee Northwest, part of Class 5A in Iowa High School girls basketball, and they will get their assignments tomorrow of where their brackets for postseason, which begins next week, as both Dowling and Waukee Northwest and the other 40-some teams in Class 5A await their assignments for the postseason.
It's such an incredible time when you're waiting like all day, and who's gonna see the tweet first and get the text out to people, but
who's going to find the film first on your opponent if it's somebody you haven't played this year. That's the other thing the coaching staff goes. You know about that, Scott.
Well, and the good thing is most of these teams use Huddle, so they're able to just transfer the files across the platform there, and so I believe they can ask for up to 3 game films from each team, and you know, Joel and Kristen and Audrey, they'll all break that film down and do a great job of getting the girls ready for next week.
So they're doing without your input that you gave for so many years. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes. I'm telling you, they're doing a great job without me.
There's no one out there like, hey guys, I know a friend that played against them in their conference or anything like that. I know that used to go around, and now the Maroons turn the ball over. They break the press and turn the ball over. Corner 3, it's up and no good by Lawns. Fight for the rebound, and Zedeker comes away with it. Zedeker, 1-on-2 fast break. She waits for the rest of her team. Now dribbles in the lane, little step back, and shoots the layup. She went right around her defender, Megan Lawns. What a move by Zedeker for her 21st point.
Good use of hesitation, dribble, pull back, and then attack again.
Rolled the defender into she's just going to wait for the rest of her team, and then that defender got up one step too close, and she blew right around her. Now Lawns underneath, and a little give and go. Nice assist that time by Josie Vanderkroll as Sadie Moss, shoots and scores. Moss with 8 of her 10 points here in the second half. 60-39 Dowling. We got a 10-second count. Maroons can't get the ball over half court. Updated score. Oh, what a finish. 48-46. Waukee on the verge of upsetting number 7 Valley, but you got the video of it here on CISN, but there's no time on there. Am I missing something?
I'll let you know.
Yeah, the time is missing. Got to talk to Tarpey about putting the clock and the time up there. Here's Northwest with the basketball. This is Vanderkroll. Gets underneath the Moss. Her shot off the glass. Good with the left hand. Sadie Moss, 12 points.
23.4 left in the fourth there.
2-point lead. I told you that would go down the wire. Here's Dowling with the ball. They do get across the timeline, and the ball goes out of bounds off of Keller. And good job by this Waukee team. They have not quit. They've continued the full court press. 55 seconds remaining. Maroons up 19, but they're making Dowling earn it.
They are, and Dowling just needs to calm down and, make the right pass and move the defense side to side and then attack them. I mean, you're going to pressure us. You have to make them feel the pain of that.
Three-pointer no good by Waukee, and Vanderkroll from the right wing, right in front of Coach Guess and the Waukee Northwest bench. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Northwest basketball. Billick will throw it in. There's Lawns in there. Moss. She gets it into Vanderkroll. Kicks it out to Barnes in the lane. Off-balance shot, in and out, and no good. Drew the foul, and she'll go to the free throw line for 2. Nice move by Ray Barnes. A foul on Dowling. Get Moeller.
I think the second half, when the coaches look at this film, depending on how much they do look at it, I think they'll be disappointed at the defensive effort as far as the way the Maroons moved their feet in the second half. They're a little lazy as compared to what happened in the first half when they dominated. And you could look at and say it's only a 3-point difference in the second half, but it's just one of those things you want to keep your intensity up as much as possible there.
Herndon with the foul. Emma Hazel in there, number 31 for Dowling. Diagonal passes underneath, and they get it to Moeller. She kicks it back out, and now here's Heller on the baseline. Her shot no good. Rebound comes out to Northwest. 15 seconds remaining. Shot clock turned off. Dribbling in the lane is Vanderkroll. It out to Barnes. Work underneath the Moss. Her shot blocked by Herndon. What a battle that's been. Underneath. Reverse layup. No good by Herndon. Another shot blocked by Herndon. And the game is over with. Muller, not Herndon, with a couple of blocks. And the final score now 60-43. Dowling Catholic with the win on the road here at Waukee Northwest High School. And what a finish it was. Dowling got a chance to get their other players in, as did Waukee Northwest. But for Dowling, the Maroons have won their 12th in a row. They improved their record to 15-4 in girls play, ranked 4th in Class 5A. The rankings will come out Thursday. The seedings come out tomorrow. For Waukee Northwest, that snaps a 2-game winning streak. The Wolves now fall to 7-11 on the season. And again, they will host Ankeny Centennial Friday night and then travel to City High of Iowa City Saturday afternoon at 2:30 to finish out and close out their regular season for Dowling Catholic. The Maroons will host Urbandale on Friday night. It'll be part of our Girl Boy doubleheader on senior night from the Dowling Gym. And on Saturday, Dowling girls travel to Ames for a varsity girls and boys basketball doubleheader. We're going to take a 2-minute break and return here at the Waukee Northwest Gym. Again, the final in Game 1, Dowling Catholic 60, Waukee Northwest 43, alongside Scott Babinett. Mark Amadell will return with the postgame show after this timeout here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
It can be easy to look at how someone is dressing or acting and judge them. But have you ever thought about how much grace is available in these situations? The next time someone makes a questionable decision, instead of judging and condemning, uphold their dignity for them. We do greater good by lifting them up in prayer and respecting their personhood than if we mentally tear them apart in our thoughts. We can uphold the dignity of others even when they are unable to recognize their own value.
Hi, this is Matt Wilkham from Iowa Catholic Radio with another testimonial, this time from Whitney, who says, "When I started listening to Iowa Catholic Radio, I started hearing about all of the different resources. It was amazing, and it opened up the state and the community." For Whitney and so many others, Iowa Catholic Radio is truly a lifeline. Our on-air fundraiser starts February 27th, but you don't have to wait to give. Donate now at iowacatholicradio.com. Thank you.
The St. Francis of Assisi Knights of Columbus and West Des Moines are hosting Friday fish fries during Lent starting at 5:30 p.m. The menu includes pollock, baked salmon, cheese pizza, and more. A dessert fundraiser will be hosted by the Scouts. A message from Iowa Catholic Radio.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and urgent eye issues. 515-440-4610. AshworthVision.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Construction Professionals. Construction Professionals does remodeling and new construction. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. CPCustomHomes.com. Thank you, Construction Professionals, for supporting Iowa Catholic Radio.
Iowa Catholic Radio, connecting listeners to Christ every day with people like you.
This is Father Nick Stark from the Diocese of Des Moines. Thanks for listening to Iowa Catholic Radio.
And welcome back to the Waukee Northwest Gym here in Waukee, Iowa, alongside Scott Babinett, Mark Amadale. Final score in Game 1, Dowling Catholic girls won their 12th straight game, defeating Waukee Northwest 60-43. And Scott, you got to look at some of the numbers before we get over to our pregame show. I noticed they short-change us here with the time between games, but go ahead and take a look at the statistics from your side.
For the Maroons, they're 24 for 44 from the field, 4 for 10 from the three-point line, 8 for 13 from the free throw line, 34 total rebounds, 13 turnovers, of which, 15 turnovers. It looks like 13 in the second half. For Waukee Northwest, 15 for 49 from the field, 4 for 16 from the three-point line, 9 for 11 from the free throw line, 21 rebounds, 7 turnovers. So Dowling dominated the first half like they needed to, and weren't quite as sharp in the second half, but all in all, it's a good win.
It certainly is. We'll take a look at the scoring here real quick for the visitors from Dowling Catholic as they improved their record to 15-4, winning 12 straight. Dowling was led by Ava Zediker, the sophomore, with 21 points. She had 14 of those 21 points in the first half. Next up was Julia Moore with 10 points. Off the bench, 9 points for Ellie Muller, the 6'1 freshman. 8 points for Marin Heller off the bench. And rounding out scoring for Dowling Catholic, 5 points for Layla Tritton, 4 points from Ellie Olson, and 2 points off the bench from Macy Hartenden. And Lauren Frericks did not score tonight. Dowling went 8 of 13 at the free throw line in the contest. For the home team on the scoreboard, and that was the Waukee Northwest Wolves. They were led at 2 players in double figures, led by Kiela Madison, the senior, with 13 points. She was followed by junior Sadie Moss with 12 points. Rounding out scoring for the Wolves, 5 points each for Megan Lawns and Josie Vanderkroll. 4 points for Neray Barnes, and 2 points each for Avery Vogt and Vanna Billick, as the Wolves went 9 of 11 at the free throw line. And the Maroons jumped out to a 20-8 first quarter lead. They Dowling outscoring Waukee Northwest 15-7 in the second quarter. Dowling with a 20-point lead at halftime, 35-15. Both teams played to a 13-13 tie in the third quarter. Maroons led by 20, 48-28 going into the fourth quarter. And the Wolves outscored Dowling 15-12 in the fourth quarter, as the Maroons win it 60-43. Dowling now 15-4 on the season, ranked 4th in Class 5A, and all set for the seedings, the brackets and pairings to come out, Scott Davenant, and that'll be sometime tomorrow, from the Iowa High School Girls Athletic Union.
And it'll be fun to speculate after those come out what's going to happen and how everything falls. And I think Coach Meyer said there might be a new set of rankings coming out tomorrow before that, but
could be.
We'll see. We'll have to wait and see. But tomorrow's an exciting day across the state for 4 and 5A schools.
Well, Scott, next time we visit will be senior night from the Dowling Gym. Yes, we'll be simulcasting the game with CISN, I believe. And we'll have more information on that, but we will be there Friday night. Senior night, Dowling, Dowling girls dress 2 seniors, right, but the support staff, that includes trainers, managers, that will all be recognized. I believe it's between games, and, of course, that includes the Dowling boys. So we look forward to senior night. It's always emotional. The 2 Dowling seniors have done a great job with leadership this year, Lauren Frericks and Julia Moore. And they and their families and the rest of their teammates will be recognized Friday. We'll be there with them.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Those are 2 tremendous individuals. I got the privilege of being around them their first 2 years on the program, and they're just 2 great young ladies to coach, and they accept everything you give them. So they've done a lot this year, and it'll be nice to honor them on Friday.
Scott, thanks for being up here and enjoying this brand new building. You got time to kind of walk around, take a little tour.
Get some steps in, right?
There you go. All right. Scott Babinet, my broadcast partner, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we'll take a 1-minute break and come back with Jimmy Cataldo as we preview the boys' contest between Dowling Catholic and Waukee Northwest. And a final in the girls' game, an upset. Waukee defeated number 7 Valley 54-52 tonight. So that's always surprising, the final week of the regular season. We'll take a 1-minute break and return. Jimmy Cataldo joins us for the boys' contest, and we'll preview that. Dowling and Waukee Northwest coming up here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
The next Man Up West Power Lunch is Friday, February 10th at noon, St. Francis of Assisi Parish in West Des Moines with Bishop William Joensen. Lunch provided by Papa John's, or you can bring your own. Learn more and register at iowacatholicradio.com. Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Dental Associates, addressing your smile needs and dreams. 515-225-6742. Des Moines-DentalAssociates.com. Thank you, Dental Associates, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio. Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from Mercy One, your expert circle of personalized care for all your health needs. With more care locations than anyone, your best life is their one purpose. Find your doctor at mercyone.org.
Iowa Catholic Radio, connecting listeners to Christ every day with people like you.
This is Father Paul Scheller, Benedictine monk from Conception Abbey. Thank you for listening to Iowa Catholic Radio.
Welcome back to the Waukee Northwest Gym. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale, as we preview the boys' contest between Dowling Catholic and Waukee Northwest for the second time this year. Dowling girls a winner tonight, 60-43 in Game 1. And Coach Cataldo, I don't know what you've been doing the last 8 days, but welcome. Our last meeting was on that, 7-8 days ago on a Monday night at Des Moines Hoover. And Maroons got a win there, and then they got a resting in that and basking in that win for a whole 8 days. And back to the conference tonight, Dowling and Waukee Northwest for the second time. Welcome, my friend. I don't see much tan on you, so you must not have got away.
I don't get outside much, but
okay.
If it was a nice break, I think it gives you a chance to re-energize yourselves, as Coach Stillking mentioned, and it's probably the right time to have it happen because now you're going to make a run here very, very soon for the postseason. And, as the Maroons, their record lies, they could slot as a 2, 3, or 4 seed, depending on what sub-state they get or division they get or district they get. I'm not sure how they call it. But
sub-state for boys, regionals for girls, but sub-state, yes.
But that's going to come out soon, and it's a good time to re-energize your battery as the Maroons are starting to find their stride. And I think this time of year you're really learning what type of team you got. And I think Coach Stillking found something in that Hoover game, at least in that second half, where he mixed in a really good offensive group with a really good defensive group at the same time. And if you can get that chemistry, good things look to happen.
That's a good point, Jimmy, as you mentioned, the chemistry and how that all partakes. But defensively, that was, I told Coach at halftime, that was 6 bad quarters. You give up a lot of points to Southeast Polk, and then, they almost run you out of the gym. And then the first 2 quarters against Hoover, but thank goodness they put a stop to that, and they defended Hoover in that second half, gave up like 18 or 19 points in the second half after giving up 39 in the first half. And that's where it comes with this group. You're not always going to get scoring, but when you do, it's been scattered. It's not been, Davis Sheck, Drew Marr, Joey Coppola, Kleppe, Met, and the starters all in double figures. It's been, kind of spotty with somebody leading the way. But the one thing you can do is defend. And tonight they're going to have their challenge with Stanford and company for Waukee Northwest. But this is the second time around. And they found, going back what you said, they found that in the second half at Hoover. They defended very well with Chase Henderson and company with the Huskies.
And what happens is you're having to sit some really good offensive players. And that's the challenge that Coach Stillking has when you play 8 or 9 deep is at any given moment you have some really good basketball players, at least for this Dowling Maroon team, sitting on the bench because you're getting some defensive output where you desperately need it. And you mentioned, 6 bad quarters where you're just giving up point after point. Well, he has to find a balance of defensive players with offensive players and run with it. And I think that's what understanding your role becomes. And I think Colin Clark has bought into that, and Jack Odie has bought into that. I thought, Dante is buying into that. But, you have offensive threats in Drew Morrow, Davis Sheck, Joey Coppola, Riddick Metten, as you've mentioned. But you have guys like Ryan Kleppe, who scores 14 of the first 17 points against Ankeny, and he's finding himself sitting most of the second half against Hoover because they needed defensive stops. And where Kleppe does a good job with bigger guards, I think you had to find more physical rebounding type players and hope your offense comes from the Morrows, Coppolas of that lineup.
All right, it's the second part of our doubleheader. It's Dowling and Waukee Northwest from the beautiful Waukee Northwest gym. Can't wait to hear your comments on this. First time we've been indoors here. Did you get the tour? Coach Dewey gave me the tour earlier tonight, and you missed out. Okay.
Well, that's why you're the Hall of Famer. I walk in, and they just say, yeah, okay, go on in. You get the red carpet rolled out, and I see you're behind, again, the gates, and you have to look over everything.
What does that tell you?
You're not quite there yet.
Not even close. Not even close to being there. We'll take a 1-minute break and return. We'll have starting lineups and more perspective from Coach Cataldo, who we haven't heard from in 8 days. But stay tuned tonight, folks. Tuesday night, he's got it all. He's been waiting to unload. Dowling and Waukee Northwest. Again, the final in the girls contest. Dowling 60, Waukee Northwest 43. Dowling girls winning their 12th in a row. We'll return with the boys game. Starting lineups coming up here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
This is a Young Catholic Minute.
There's so many religions out there. How can I know which one's right?
Catholicism is, but you don't have to take my word for it. You can take God's word for it, because out of all the religions in the world, Catholicism is the only one that was founded by God. No other religion even claims such a thing. While they focus on their search for God, or to understand some prophet or another, we're alone in saying that the one true God of the universe sought us out by actually becoming man, founding a church, and giving us a line of apostles to keep it going. Now, there's plenty of rational, historically verifiable evidence for our faith, like the fact that all of Jesus' closest friends died horrible deaths rather than deny that he was God. But beyond that, Catholicism is also the most inspiring place to look, because it's the only religion that offers complete forgiveness and unconditional love. So check it out. It won't disappoint. For more, go to youngcatholicminute.com.
And we're back here at the Waukee Northwest Gym. Mark Emmerdale, Jimmy Cataldo. Let's go through the starting lineups tonight. As, again, Dowling coming off an 8-day layoff. As the Maroons have, it's kind of a quirk in the schedule. Everybody has a week off, and you try to fill with games. Dowling comes in with a record of 8-8 in boys play. They have won 4 of the last 5 ball games. And the Maroons have played Waukee Northwest twice, once last year, once this year, and have lost both games. The last meeting back on January 6th, 61-52 win for Waukee Northwest. Dowling comes in averaging 51 points on offense, giving up 59 points on defense. The head coach plays Phil King in his second year. Let's take a look at the starters tonight for Dowling. At one guard, Davis Scheck, 5'11 senior, averaging 9.5 points. Leads the team with 21 steals. He'll wear number 3. The other guard is the point guard, Joey Coppola, a 5'11 junior, averaging 11 points and shooting 40% from the field. He has 26 made threes. He'll wear number 4. The other guard is Drew Marr, a 6'1 senior. Leads the team with 30 made threes, averaging 11.5 points and 3 rebounds. And Marr will wear number 5. At one forward, Ryan Kleppe, a 6'3 junior, averaging 5.5 points, 4 rebounds. Kleppe will wear number 12. And the other forward is Riddick Metten, a 6'4 junior, averaging 5.5 points. Leads the team with 4.5 rebounds and 13 blocks. And Metten will wear number 21. So it'll be Scheck, Coppola, Marr, the 3 guards with Kleppe and Metten. Off the bench for Dowling, Dante Cataldo, Jack Odie, Colin Clark, and Andrew Nyanji are scheduled. The Maroons are assisted by Jimmy Nahas, Zach Nicholson, and Kevin O'Hare. And again, Clay Philking in his second year as head coach. Now for the Waukee Northwest Wolves. They're ranked 3rd in Class 4A, averaging 69 points in offense, giving up just under 54 points on defense. Their record is 16-2. They've won 6 of their last 7 games, including 3 in a row. Their last loss was to their crosstown rival Waukee, 77-55 back on January 20th. And they'll start this lineup tonight. Point guard for Waukee Northwest is Cade Kelderman, a 6'1 senior, averaging 17 points, leads the team in assists and steals. Where number 2, the other guard is Price Sanford. Sanford, a 6'7 senior, averaging 25 points, 11 rebounds, leads the team in both categories. He'll wear number 21. That one forward for the Wolves, Henry Manning, a 6'1 senior, averaging 7.5 points. The other forward is Natish Sankaranti. Sankaranti, a 6'7 sophomore, averaging 3 points, 3.5 rebounds. He'll wear number 24. And at center, Grant Tiggis, 6'4 junior, averaging 9 points, 5 rebounds. So again, it'll be Kelderman and Sanford the guards, Manning and Sankaranti the forwards, and Grant Tiggis at center. We'll see Sam Johnson, Andrew Coase, and Chase Lamb possibly off the bench for the Wolves. As Brett Watson in his second year, 29 wins, 7 losses, assisted by J.R. Engel and David Combs, the former Dowling assistant coach, on the bench, Ken Henderson and Aaron Megers. So that is the tale of the tape. Mr. Cataldo, what are your keys to the ballgame?
Well, I think the keys are Waukee Northwest is a very dangerous offensive team. They're number 1 rated in Class 4A in field goal percentage. They're a top 5 team in scoring, number 1 in 3-point percentage. So they're a very dangerous offensive team that we're just going to have to play outstanding defense. Find Peyton Stanford on the floor. He is probably one of the best players in Class 4A. And then the Maroons just have to find a way to get the ball in the bucket. The last time they played, the shooting percentage was in the 30%. They got to get that up to 40% or plus, and hopefully keep Waukee Northwest into the 50s as an offensive output. You play this game into the fourth quarter and see what happens. And if you do a great job on Stanford, which I think they're going to use multiple defensive guys on them, anything can happen, and you got nothing to lose in a game like this.
All right, girls game won by Dowling 60-43. We'll take a 1-minute break and back for the tip-off. Dowling and Waukee Northwest, the boys game, here on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Friends, this is Matt Wilkham. In a time when people are seeking for someone they can trust, Iowa Catholic Radio assists you in proclaiming that Jesus Christ is the answer. Our semi-annual fundraiser starts February 27th, but you can give now at iowacatholicradio.com.
The Catholic Tuition Organization provides tuition assistance for families to send their kids to our Catholic schools and 65% Iowa tax credits for you. Give to ctoiowa.org.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Skeffington's Formal Wear, in business since 1951, with locations in Des Moines, West Des Moines, Coralville, and Ankeny. Skeffington's Formal Wear, fitting you for life celebrations. Online at skeffingtons.com.
Iowa Catholic Radio, connecting listeners to Christ every day with people like you.
Hi, this is Father P.J. McManus from the Diocese of Des Moines. Thanks for listening to Iowa Catholic Radio.
And welcome back to the Waukee Northwest Gym alongside Jimmy Cataldo, Mark Amadale, as we get set for the boys' tip-off. Dowling and Waukee Northwest. And this is not a good sight. The ladder is out here to the basket to our right. And Jim are going to have a little bit of delay. Dowling and Waukee Northwest. I know they've had issues with rims here in Waukee, but it's not been here at Northwest. It's been Waukee High School down the road. I think somebody broke a rim last week and had to move the game down the hallway. Wouldn't that be something if we had to do that on radio? You'd have to help me pick up the table and move it around the track to the other gym, because that's what would happen.
Seeing that you have a stats guy for the girls' game and you don't have anybody really helping us, I mean, you got multiple hands.
Here's your chance to add anything more to the pregame. I mean, you bring, pages and pages of notes. Folks, he brings so many pages of notes, and he doesn't get a chance to use his notes. Here's your chance while the ladder guy is out there. Maintenance is trying to fix the rim.
You get nobody a chance to speak. That's why all my notes go to waste.
I'll drink some water. Go ahead.
It goes back down to what have the Maroons learned over the last 8 days off, plus the games that they have played. They've won 4 of the last 5. Mm-hmm. I truly think, looking at the chemistry of what's going on here, it's the mixture of offensive players with defensive players, 5 cohesive guys on the court that provide the things you need to be successful.
All right, we're going to find out as the tip is underway. They've removed the ladder, and we're underway for the boys' game tonight here on Iowa Catholic Radio. Starting a little about 7 minutes late. Dowling and Waukee Northwest, and the Wolves win the tip. Dowling jumps into a man-to-man defense. I mean, again, one of the concerns Coach Phil King had was not seeing game speed from an opponent in the last 8 days. We'll see if that affects the Maroons. Now, in the lane, shot up and no good by Henry Manning for the Wolves. Rebound out to Dowling. The Maroons with their starters of Davis Sheck, Joey Coppola, Drew Marr, Ryan Kleppe, and Riddick Metten, the 5 and the 4 for the Maroons. For Waukee, it's Kelderman, Manning, Sanford, Sankaranti, and Tigas. Now here's Metten in the lane. Stops, a head fake, can't get off the shot. Now gives him the corner to Kleppe. Ryan dribbles baseline. Double team cut off. Gets it back to Metten. Riddick a head fake. Tries to get underneath to Kleppe, and it's thrown away by Henry Manning, and the Wolves come away with it.
A little too much out of Riddick, but Maroons' offense is running really cohesive, moving around. Everybody's getting to a spot. Just a little bit too much without a Riddick on that pass.
Here's Tigas within the lane. He has the ball stolen away. Tried to get it over to Sankaranti, and it's stolen away by Dowling. And now here's Drew Marr on the lane. His shot off the glass. Good! 2-0 Maroons as Drew attacks the glass in transition.
When Drew's able to get to the basket, good things happen. It's just oftentimes when Drew attacks the basket, multiple defenders come off and stop him. That time he found an open lane and hit it on the left side.
Now attacking the basket, as we mentioned, Price Sanford, and he draws the foul as Davis Sheck tried to take the charge, and they're going to give Sheck for the blocking foul here.
Well, it looks like they're putting Kleppe on Sanford, which Kleppe has done a really good job with bigger, more physical guards, and so that should be a good look.
Now they switch here, and Coppola is guarding Sanford. As the Wolves have the basketball, Dowling stays man-to-man. Here's Sanford on the baseline. Price with a 15-footer, no good. Rebound Dowling. And this is Kleppe. All the way down. His shot up and good. Dowling in transition out to a 4-0 lead.
Kleppe gets some momentum early in games. You saw it against Ankeny, scoring 12 of the first 14 points for Dowling. And if Kleppe can get to the basket, as the Maroons are showing right now, playing downhill. We talked that's been their product of success.
Puppy with the basket. The other way we go. Sanford in the lane. His shot rolls all the way around the rim. No good. Rebound Dowling. Maroons come away with it. That'd be Riddick Metten on the rebound. There's Morrow with it. Drew at the free throw line. Step back. Pull-up jumper off the mark. No good. And the rebound Sanford. And Waukee Northwest. The Wolves in transition. Here's Manning. Over in the corner for three. It's up and good by Grant Tigas. Tigas with his 19th made three of the year. And the Wolves now cut the Dowling margin to 1. It's 4-3 Dowling.
Tigas is a nice shooter. I've watched him grow up over the years. And he's a nice shooter, and he found his rhythm on the corner.
There's Metten in the lane. His shot was blocked by Sankaranti. Matish with the block, and the rebound comes out to the Wolves. They're coming off the ball screen. Here's Kelderman with it in the lane. His shot up and good. Nice move by Cade Kelderman, their point guard, with his first basket. Comes in averaging 17, and he gets his first.
I think the Maroons just defensively got to find that guy that you don't want beating you, and it's Kelderman or it's Sanford. So anytime you can get Manning maybe taking the ball, shooting the basket, I'd take my chances with that.
Now a little give and go as Medic set a screen for Capola, and they tried to do a little give and go, and the pass too strong by Capola. Another Dowling turnover. Northwest leads 5-4 over Dowling Catholic here in Waukee, Iowa. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network. Now a backdoor cut by Sanford. He's double teamed, and his shot up and good. He got right around Cleffy. Bryce Sanford with his first basket, Jimmy.
Baseline, and then he's going to be tough to stop when he gets to the baseline at the basket.
Here's Cleffy with it. It's over to Capola in the corner. Check for three. It's no good. And the rebound out to Grant Tigas. Wolves in transition. Can't get off the shot. Now they'll run their offense. Now a long three. It's no good by Henry Manning. Offensive rebound to Tish, and his shot is no good. The Tish Sankaranti hustled on the boards but couldn't get the rebound to fall. 7-4 Wolves. Dowling with the ball. Left to right in front of us as we are up here on the track behind the scorer's table here at Northwest High School in Waukee. There's Sheck with it. 15 on the shot clock in the lane. Draws the foul. They might get the Tish for the foul. We'll see. And they do. Officials tonight, Mark Royer, David Lutz, and Sean Peterson. And that foul was on Sanford. That's his first. So Price with his first foul. Team foul number 1. So both teams have a foul. This is 15 on the shot clock. Inbound the ball. Now, here is Morrow for three. Good from the left wing as Andrew Coase couldn't rotate out on him.
Great inside-out game. Getting the ball down low to Nyangi. Drew Morrow's defender comes down, and he kicks it out to Drew, wide open on the wing, and hits it.
Colin Clark and Andrew Nyangi now into the Dowling lineup. And now a long three up and good by Grant Tigas. That's his second three-pointer of the night. He's got 6. 10-7 Wolves. Dowling in the front court. Here's Morrow with it. Skip pass over to Colin Clark. Out to Sheck. Nyangi at the free throw line with it. Coming off a ball screen. Here's Clark. Can't get it to him. Now to Capola. Capola drives against Kelderman. Underneath. Shot up and good. Strong move by Capola. Right around Cade Kelderman.
I mean, early in this game, the Maroons are doing a tremendous job attacking the basket. You know, only shooting 2 threes so far, but all their points coming from attacking the basket. Drew Morrow hits 1 3-pointer, but the Maroons are finding success playing downhill.
10-9, Waukee Northwest with the lead and the basketball. Wolves wearing their home white uniforms, blue trim. Dowling in their maroon uniforms with black and gray trim. And now underneath here is Sanford. His shot might have been partially blocked. No good. Rebound, Colin Clark. Colin's going to get the defensive assignment on him.
Yeah, I love the matchup. Colin Clark just does such a great job bodying some of those talented guards, and he's going to continue to give Sanford everything he wants on the body.
I struggled the first time, and now Capola for three, right wing, up and good as the Maroons, kind of settled in their offense. And Joey with his 5th point of the night. And that's the second three by the Maroons. Dowling with the lead, 12-10. Both teams have had leads, and now a long three by Sanford, no good. Rebound Dowling. Dowling's had a 4-point lead, and Northwest has had a 3-point lead. Nyangi underneath, reverse layup, no good. Falling to the ground, off balance, rebound out to the Wolves. In transition, Kelderman cut off on the baseline. The ball poked away by Morrow, and they're going to get a foul on Drew Morrow. He tried to go for the jump ball, and he got caught for the foul.
Frustrating Drew. Drew looked like he had both hands on the ball, but the baseline official saw it differently. Saw a little bit of the arm, calls Drew for the foul.
Davis Sheck will check out of the Dowling lineup, and Dante Cataldo checking in for the first time. Really contributed in his last game over at Hoover. Now underneath, a shot up and good as Kelderman got around everybody. Came from the right wing and went through the lane. Kelderman with 4 points. And we're tied at 12, Dowling and Waukee Northwest. Minute 20 left to go, first quarter. Girls game won by Dowling, 60-43. Maroons now won 12 in a row and waiting for the girls pairings that come out tomorrow. Now in the lane, a shot no good by Cataldo. And the Anji with the putback up and in, and Andrew working his way inside.
Great job by both Dante and Andrew attacking the basket. Both of them right there for the offensive rebound. Maroons looking really good inside the three-point line so far early in this game.
Dowling by 2. And this is Coase with it on the left wing. Now dribbles into the lane, kicks over in the corner. This is Tiggis for 3. Good. That's his spot. He's hit 3 threes from the right baseline, three-point line extended.
That's going to catch the attention of a lot of the Dowling coaches and the players, for that matter. When somebody like Tiggis, who talked about how good of a shooter he is, has hit three shots from the same spot, you're going to start extending your defense on that side.
And if you do, that leaves the lane open because somebody's going to have to hedge out a little bit. Now here's Clark with it. 15 on the shot clock, 20 on the game clock. The Maroons have got to get a shot off here before the shot clock expires. Now 10 on the shot clock. Here's Coppola with it. Crossover dribble, leaves it for Marr. Drew, pull-up jumper, right elbow, up good. Drew Marr with his 7th point. Waukee Northwest the other way. 3 seconds. A long 3 up, in and out, no good. As that was by Kelderman, and we've come to the end of the first quarter with the score. Dowling Catholic 16 and Waukee Northwest 15 alongside Jimmy Cataldo. I'm Mark Amadale. We'll return to the Waukee Northwest gym after this 1-minute break here on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
Did you know you have a choice in your child's education? Smaller class sizes, dedicated teachers, a sense of community, and a caring learning environment. Whether it's in the classroom or at home, Diocese of Des Moines Catholic Schools deliver the best value in education, and we offer tuition assistance to help you afford it. Learn more about how the Catholic schools in the Des Moines Diocese might be the right choice for your child. Visit dmdiocese.org/schools.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from businesses and organizations who share in the mission of connecting listeners to Christ while connecting you to their products and services they provide. To learn more and support the businesses and organizations who support the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, visit iowacatholicradio.com to view our business sponsors. If you'd like more information on how your business or organization can become a business sponsor, contact Deacon Mark 515-223-1150, 515-223-1150.
Listener-supported Iowa Catholic Radio, 1150 AM KWKY Des Moines, 94.5 FM K233BT Des Moines, 88.5 FM KIHS Adel. Online anytime at iowacatholicradio.com.
Okay, welcome back to the Waukee Northwest gym. Underway here in the second quarter. Dowling with the ball. Cataldo's three-pointer no good, but the other way on the rebound, Kelderman shoots and scores. That's his 6th point. And Waukee retakes the lead, 17-16. Maroons led 16-50 at the end of the first quarter. Both teams did not go to the free throw line in that first quarter. Dowling with a 1-point lead, and now the Wolves take the lead. And now underneath, Cataldo on a nice pass on the baseline, shoots and scores. Medic was kind of trapped.
Great assist by Metten, trying to find his speed around the basket, but Dante cutting to the basket as the Maroons do such a great job cutting when the ball gets down to the block.
Here's Kelderman guarded by Cataldo. His shot with the left hand, good. Nice move by Cade Kelderman.
Strong.
And that's a left-handed shot. Guy's right-handed. That's a pretty good move, ambidextrous, if you will. And Kelderman with his 8th point, 19-18. Waukee Northwest 5-1. Both teams trade leads. Coppola, Cataldo, and underneath, Dante Cataldo off a flex cut, up and good. And we've got an injured Waukee player, Waukee Northwest player, Henry Manning, injured with 6:47 remaining here in the second quarter. Manning twisted his ankle. It looked like as he was following Dante through on that flex cut. Cataldo with 4 points off the bench, and Dowling retakes the lead, 20-19.
Are the Maroons just nice job by Clark?
Clark with the steal. Down court to Coppola. Can't get it off the shot. They work underneath the Metten. His shot off the glass. Good! Riddick Metten with the basket after the Dowling steal. And the Maroons lead by 3, 22-19 over third-ranked Waukee Northwest. Now Northwest with the ball. That's one guy they haven't found an answer for. Cade Kelderman shoots and scores again. He's got 10 first-half points.
He's just so quick from the top of the key, and that's what the Maroons are struggling with right now is keeping him squared and slowing him down, attacking the basket.
You got Tigas with the outside threat, and then Kelderman. And now it's Colin Clark for 3, and it's up and in. A timeout Waukee Northwest will keep it here. Colin, with his third 3 of the year, gives Dowling a 4-point lead, 25-21 here, Jimmy.
It's a huge bonus if Colin Clark can knock down a 3 like that. He's out there to be a defensive stopper, but to get a shot up and down for the Maroons is big credit to him. But can the Maroons stay disciplined enough to continue to attack the basket? They're having so much success right now attacking the basket. Right now they are 8 for 12 from the field, and everything has been right around the lane.
Go ahead and give those numbers as we got a chance now.
Just first quarter stats, the Maroons went 5 of 9 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3, 6 total rebounds, and then 2 turnovers. For Northwest, 3 of 8 from the field. That's just 38%. They average 53%. They go 3 of 6 from the three-point arc, which they are number 1 in field goal three-point shooting percentage. 5 total rebounds and just 1 turnover in the first quarter for Northwest.
Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, and Dental Associates. Mark Amadale alongside Jimmy Cataldo in the lane. That's Bryce Sanford getting loose. He shoots and scores. Maroons try to take a charge. Sanford with his 4th point, 25-23, Dowling by 2. 5.5 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. Here's Coppola, catch and shoot. It's no good. Fight for the rebound. Cataldo was in there, and Sanford gets it away. Price dribbles in the front court, guarded by Clark. Gets in the corner for 3. It's no good by Tigas, but offensive rebound, Waukee Northwest. Wolves picking up their intensity, and now Sanford gets loose and scores from the right side. He just took him one-on-one, and we're tied at 25 with 5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Dowling and Waukee Northwest. Not a bad crowd here on a Tuesday night. Now here's Drew Marr at the free throw line. Pull-up jumper off the rim, and no good. Rebound, Kelderman. Cade Kelderman, 10 first half points. Underneath for Kelderman, his layup up and good. Went right around Coppola. 12 points for Kelderman. Wow.
Tough to stop at this point is Kelderman as he's cutting across the basket, attacking the lane. And the Maroons don't have an answer for that right now.
27-25, Waukee Northwest. 4.5 minutes left to go, second quarter. At halftime, we'll be joined by members of the Dowling girls basketball team, coaches and a few players. Now pass thrown away by Tigas, and it goes out of bounds off of Waukee Northwest. It'll be Dowling basketball as Latish Sankaranti is set to check in, and Nyanji will check in for Dowling. So both teams replace their starting post players.
So 3 new players come in for the Maroons: Sheck, Kleppe, and Nyanji, along with Cataldo and Clark. So right now you're going to look at some offensive players, and you got to hope Nyanji.
And the officials now, they're going to put time. Nope, was not a shot clock discussion. They just got everything, all the subs in, as you mentioned, Jimmy. 27-25, Waukee Northwest. Dowling with the ball, Nyanji with it, top of the key. Man-to-man defense by Northwest. Underneath Kleppe, he shot the glass. Good. He had Sanford trailing, and Kleppe with a nice shot.
Good, strong move, and Ryan Kleppe's gotten so much stronger over the years and using his body well in control and completing the shot at the baseline.
Tied at 27, under 4 minutes to play, second quarter from the Waukee Northwest gym. First time we've been in here for our broadcast, as every time Dowling has played Northwest, it's been at the Dowling gym, and our pull-up jumper is no good. Rebound Dowling. Here's Cataldo in the front court. Needs it for Clark. Collins takes the 3, gets it over in the corner to Kleppe, takes the 3 down the lane. Layup is up and no good. Drew the foul. That is attacking the basket, as you mentioned.
It's discipline. I think the Maroons are committed to attacking the basket in this game, as you've seen throughout 1.5 quarters. Everything is playing downhill. They're settling for a couple wide-open three-point shots, but they've been able to hit them. But their success so far is attacking the basket.
Now Kleppe at the free throw line. First one up and good. Foul, was on Waukee, and I believe they gave it to
Natish.
That's his second. Kleppy's free throw gives him 5 points tonight. Second one coming. 28-27, Dowling by 1. Second free throw is no good. Rebound Waukee Northwest. Kelderman with it. Dowling by 1. 3:30 left to go, second quarter. Wolves in the front court. Grant Tigas back in there. Leaves it for Sanford, guarded by Bianchi. Sanford gets over in the corner to Tigas for 3. This time from the left baseline, no good. His first miss of the night for 3. And the rebound, Dowling. Kleppy in the front court to Capola. Dribble drives the lane. Can't get off a shot. Now here is Morrow with it. Morrow guarded by Sam Johnson in the lane. A shot no good. And the rebound, Sanford. Sam Johnson guarding Drew Morrow. Keep an eye on that matchup. Here's Kelderman with it. Leaves it for Johnson. Gets in the lane. To Tigas underneath. And a layup good by Sam Johnson.
Good two-man game by Johnson and Grant Tigas working around the basket well and getting Sam Johnson open at the baseline.
Dowling with the basketball. Northwest by 1. 29-28 over Dowling. 20 in the shot clock. In the lane, a shot up and good. Colin Clark decided to explode the basket and attack the glass.
And Colin's got it in him, and he just has to find that confidence to continue to do what he's doing offensively because he's a heck of an offensive a scorer when he wants to be.
Now here's Kelderman underneath, and he backs his way in against Kleppy and shoots the left hand good. Cade Kelderman, right-handed shooter. That's the third shot tonight he's made left-handed. That tells you how he's worked with his skills.
Well, you're just not getting any help defense coming off of a dribble drive to stop Kelderman, and he's left one-on-one with defenders, and he's taken advantage of most of them throughout this game.
Cade Kelderman, 6'1" senior with 14 first-half points, and now here is Morrow for 3. Top of the key, it's no good. Rebounded by Grant Tigas. Wolves the other way. Underneath Kelderman, shot off the glass, good. As Clark was there, but he went through the contact and scored 16 points for Cade Kelderman.
And all of them have come on a dribble drive. So that's 8 dribble drives that Kelderman has had, and the Maroons have yet to stop it.
Timeout on the floor. We'll keep it here. A 30-second timeout. Waukee Northwest leading 33-30 over Dowling. Minute 36 to go here in the first half. Skeffington's Formal Wear, Catholic Tuition Organization, and Mercy One are our supporters here tonight of Iowa Catholic Radio. And these are some of the games going on across the CIML tonight. These are all girl-boy doubleheader. I would imagine the boys' games will be starting, if not already. Ankeny Centennial at Southeast Polk. Valley at Waukee in a final in that girls' contest that was carried by CISN. Waukee upset number 7 Valley 54-52 in that girls' contest. Urbandale is at Ankeny. Johnston has the night off. The Johnston boys will win last night. They defeated Davenport West 81-37 in Davenport as the Dragons had the night off. Iowa Alliance Conference games. East is at Des Moines North, Lincoln at Ottumwa, Roosevelt at Hoover, Ames at Marshalltown, and Mason City at Fort Dodge, with East Waterloo having the night off. Jimmy, your thoughts as we come out of the timeout?
Well, the Maroons are doing a fantastic job stopping probably the best player in the state of Iowa in Price Sanford, only in just 6 points. But right now they have no answer for Kelderman attacking the basket.
Zone defense by Waukee Northwest. Corner 3 by Dowling. Up and good! That is Capola with the 3. Left him alone on the left baseline.
Great job by the Maroons finding an open shooter. Capola's been a streaky shooter from the three-point line, more hot than cold, and he hit the second three-pointer of the night.
Tied at 33, and now a three-pointer by Kelderman, no good. Defensive rebound by Dowling as we go the other way, with Sheck back in. Underneath, Kleppy off the glass, good, as he shielded Tigas away from him.
Again, attacking the left side. Kleppy's a left-handed dominant player, and attacking the left side of the hoop is his comfort zone, and he's done a great job in 3 attacks to the basket tonight.
And here comes Waukee, and that's Sanford for 3, good. As Kleppy went for the steal, and Sanford hit the 23-footer. That's his first 3 tonight. And Price Sanford, the Iowa recruit, with 9 points here in the first half. 36-35, Waukee Northwest by 1. 22 seconds on the game clock, or on the shot clock, and 25 seconds on the game clock. So about a 3-second differential. The Maroons will not be able to shoot the last shot here of the first half. And here's Capola between the circles, 8 on the shot clock. He'll launch a 3, up, in and out, no good. Nyongi reaching in, and he knocked the ball out of bounds. With 4.8 seconds to go, it'll be Waukee Northwest basketball, and that's for 5 dribbles here, Jimmy.
Yeah, you want to pressure this. Don't let the ball Try to slow down Kelderman, who's been quick.
There's Kelderman, nice through, kicks it off his foot. Dowling with the ball, and we'll go to halftime with Dowling Catholic and Waukee Northwest in a battle. Halftime score, Waukee Northwest 36, Dowling Catholic 35. Alongside Jimmy Cataldo, I'm Mark Amadale. The girls' game won by Dowling 60-43, as the Dowling girls have won 12 in a row. Their record improved to 15-4. Again, halftime, it's Waukee Northwest 36, Dowling 35 here in the boys' contest. We'll take a 1-minute break and return to the Waukee Northwest gym here on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Has anyone ever told you to pray about it and left you thinking, okay, but how? First, invite the Holy Spirit to be with you as you talk to God. Think about what is going on in your heart and mind. Be honest. Acknowledge to God what you're thinking, feeling, and desiring, because He wants you, the real you. Then, tell Him about what you're experiencing and entrust that to Him. Finally, let the Father love us. Ask yourself, how is God loving me right now? He is loving always. Sometimes we need to stop and think of our blessings, because that is where we can find God.
Hi, this is Matt Wilkham from Iowa Catholic Radio with another testimonial, this time from Whitney, who says, when I started listening to Iowa Catholic Radio, I started hearing about all of the different resources. It was amazing, and it opened up the state and the community. For Whitney and so many others, Iowa Catholic Radio is truly a lifeline. Our on-air fundraiser starts February 27th, but you don't have to wait to give. Donate now at iowacatholicradio.com. Thank you.
Hey, welcome back to the Waukee Northwest Gym. Mark Amadale alongside Jimmy Cataldo. Halftime score, Dowling boys and Waukee Northwest took up in the battle, 36-35. Wolves by 1 over Dowling Catholic. And, okay, we'll get to our statistics here. We'll turn it over to the ladies that will join us here at halftime. Julia Moore and head coach Kristen Myers. And ladies, welcome. Appreciate that. Haven't seen you in a while. Been a long time.
It's been a little bit. We haven't had a conference game in
hasn't Moore graduated? She down at Wash? It's been that long. I thought she graduated.
Well, you know what? We're not letting her go anyway.
Still
So
got some time.
the COVID year, I'm still going to fight that.
I would
get
too.
The COVID year.
Yeah, COVID year.
Yeah,
For
it's fine.
sure.
Well, welcome.
She's kind of short. They won't know.
Hey.
You said that. I did not say that. That did not come from the home announcer. Julia, how was the bus trip to Sioux City? I got to ask that. I mean, that's 3 hours of time you don't get away. 6 hours of your time you don't get back. You know that on
I
Saturday.
know. I'm not going to lie. I slept a bit on the way up.
Really?
I did.
Resting for the game.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Well, congratulations on the win tonight. Dowling girls a winner. If you joined us late, folks, 60-43 as the Maroons have won 12 in a row. And sitting back and Coach Myers waiting for tomorrow when you'll find out your postseason bracket. And I can't imagine the wait of who you're going to draw, who's going to be there, who you got to go scout, who do you have stuff on. As Coach Babinett told me, it's just it's a whirlwind thing. You just open it's like Christmas morning. You open the package, say, what do I got to do? How do I put this together?
Yeah, we'll get that all figured out. I mean, the nice thing is, like we told the girls after the game, is we've done our part to put us in a good position.
Absolutely.
You know, so wherever the state puts us, matches us up with, we're good to go. We're excited to find out. Kind of hoping we play someone other than our CIML friends.
They're around.
Yeah, we want to go. Go meet and play against some people from across the state, but we'll go play whoever they give us, and we're excited.
Well, you should be. And I know Julia. First of all, congratulations on the win tonight. Waukee Northwest is never easy. They were pressing you even up to the final buzzer. It can be a physical game, but these are games that get you ready for the postseason. You would have to agree. And Julia, are you guys in that mode? I know you have Urbandale senior night. Oh, by the way, you're one of the 2 seniors on the girls' side, right? That's been introduced.
Correct.
And Saturday up in Ames. So the regular season is about to come to an end. Are you looking forward to the postseason like the coaching staff is?
Yes, I'm super excited, but kind of sad it's coming to an end.
Well, it is, but there's a lot left.
Yes,
and,
for sure.
You and Lauren Fergus are the 2 seniors, and what great leadership. I was telling Coach Babinett earlier, Coach Meyer, this young lady, freshman year, she's just a freshman out there running around, playing defense, getting in foul trouble, but doing the things necessary. And you look at her as a senior out here shooting the 3, free throw percentage near 70%. What happened to her? Well, this is something. I'm impressed.
I'm going to say it's all Coach Danner and Coach Audrey. No, she just works hard. She just works hard and just puts in the time. And to see that progression, as you said, from freshman to senior year, just getting to be a little bit more confident, getting comfortable with the ball, comfortable within our system, offensively, defensively. It's been really fun to see both her and Lauren kind of just go through the program and just take a step each year, become two very good, strong players, leaders, and really just pillars of our program.
Coach Kristen Meyer and Julia Moore, senior for Dowling Catholic, the girls team winning tonight over Waukee Northwest, 60-43. Julia, does that kind of describe you? You've got a lot more confidence now in the program, fourth year out here. Huh?
Yeah. I can tell my confidence has grown each year. Shooting the ball, finishing, everything with that.
That's great because you see it out here. You're always hustling.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, the mantra here for the last 10 or 15 games, don't get in the foul trouble. She banked 3 fouls. She did not have 3 fouls. She only used 2 tonight, Coach Meyer.
Well, we'll ask on Friday or Saturday if she can use those other ones. She might try.
She might. Well, I just appreciate your hustle. I know Lauren's shots weren't going in tonight. You guys are tremendous leaders. And, Julie, I know you've got a young team. You got freshmen and some sophomores, and you're the senior. But I remember when you were on the team back in the day, there's somebody playing at the University of Iowa, I think, that you might remember as you were a freshman. But, you just kind of set the stage and leave it better for someone else, but also lead by example. And you and Lauren Frericks have done that.
Yeah, no, that's definitely been a priority of mine, setting an example for those under me.
And I know soccer season is approaching, so you're going to be more involved this spring. But let's get through this winter, and hopefully we can call it spring here any day. I like the weather the way it is. Coach Meyer, this is going to be interesting. You have 3 games this week after having basically 8 days off. It was a long haul. Did you guys do anything during that time? You guys go on vacation or anything? What happens to the basketball team?
I got sick for a couple of days, so it worked out perfectly. My body's pretty good about knowing if I have a little bit of a break, it'll get sick to then be ready to go. But kids had last Wednesday off from school, which is great, just kind of a day to rest. And we had a couple days of practice where we could work on some individual skill work and some shooting. So the week off actually came at a really good time for us, and I was really glad that we came out against Sioux City East sharp after having a week off and just played really well up there. And then here we had a great first half. Second half, it got a little bit tighter, and Northwest came out second half and really just amped up their pressure defense a little bit and moved the ball a little bit better on offense. But overall, this was a good solid win over a quality program. Their record may not be that good, but I tell you what, they're going to knock off some, I think, in the postseason because they're battle tested now.
Yes, they are, and interested to see what kind of bracket they get put in. Julia, you're going to play the rest of this week. You got 3 games, and then you're going to have about another week off. More than likely, you will not be playing on next Wednesday. That's kind of the play-in day. You'll play a week from Saturday, and the postseason begins. Do you treat it any differently? You just prepare and go out and play? It's kind of
watch a little bit more film probably.
A little bit more film. Who's in charge of that? Is that Coach Danner or Coach Faber? Or
Danner and Meyer do a majority of it.
Okay. I get these reports every once in a while from Coach Fabian, and it's like, wow, that's pretty deep. Do you guys read those reports? I think they're called scouting reports.
Not only do they read them, they highlight them.
They do?
Yeah, we take time to highlight. We study, and the girls prepare. And I tell you what, this group of players watches more film than any group that I've coached.
Really?
So, they're studying to prepare to play. And that's, one of the reasons we've been playing so well and defending so well, because we know what to expect. And the players have seen it on film. We've gone through it in practice. Coach Danner's kind of in charge defensively of getting us ready, and he does a great job of preparing our scout team and getting us through the sets. And we watch a lot of film, and we just we're ready to go. Oh, yeah, she knows what that looks like. Yeah. She's highlighted. Yours is a little light on the highlighting, I'll be honest, Mark. Ours is a little bit more than that.
First of all, I'm not in charge of personnel or rotations or anything, so it is. But I remember these days. Well, that ends up. Oh, it is. Look for that big scoreboard. Beautiful facility here.
Boys are playing great. This is a really good game.
Yes, it is. Well, listen, thanks for coming up here at halftime. Best of luck, senior night.
Thank you.
If you're interested, it'll be welcome your family and the Frericks and all the rest of the support staff. Hard to believe it's been senior year,
I know.
Julia.
Don't want to accept it.
Well, it'll happen, but we've had a long ride. Thanks for coming up, Julia Moore.
Thank you.
Any shout-outs before we go to break?
My family listening from Arizona and Washington.
Good for them.
Yes.
Appreciate them. Coach Meyer?
Anyone who's listening, we appreciate the support.
Thanks for being on at halftime, ladies. Congratulations on the win. We'll see you Friday night.
All right, thanks, Mark.
You.
Kristen Meyer, the head girls coach at Dowling, and Julia Moore join us at halftime. We'll take a break and come back for the boys' second half on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Listen to Catholic Women Now with Julie Nelson and Chris Magruder Thursday mornings at 9 on Iowa Catholic Radio and on demand at iowacatholicradio.com and the Iowa Catholic Radio app.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Ashworth Vision Clinic. Complete eye exams, contact lenses, glasses, glaucoma testing, and urgent eye issues. 515-440-4610. ashworthvision.com.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Construction Professionals. Construction Professionals does remodeling and new construction. Construction Professionals is a Catholic family business built on a strong foundation. CPCustomHomes.com. Thank you, Construction Professionals, for supporting Iowa Catholic Radio.
Iowa Catholic Radio, connecting listeners to Christ every day with people like you.
Hi, this is Jim Lyons from St. Francis of Assisi Parish in West Des Moines. Thanks for listening to Iowa Catholic Radio.
And we're back here at Waukee Northwest High School, underway here in the second half. 41-35, and now a steal by Waukee Northwest and a basket good by Andrew Coase, who gets the second half started. And all of a sudden, the Wolves on a run here. Jimmy, they have outscored Dowling 7-0, and the Maroons with a quick timeout as we're underway here in the second half. 43-35, the Wolves with an 8-point lead, as they've just out-hustled Dowling here in the second half, and they have taken it to the Maroons.
Part of coming out of halftime, you're down one. You're exactly where you want to be against one of the top-rated teams in Class 4A, and before you could blink, they score 7 unanswered points, and now you're looking at an 8-point deficit. But I think you go back to what worked in the first half, and that was attacking the basket. The Maroons just on their 2 offensive possessions really couldn't get into a cohesive movement. And I think they got to just reorganize and figure out, hey, listen, this is what we are going to try to do. This is who we are going to be. Continue to attack the basket and trust in that. And on the Waukee Northwest side, you could see coming out of the halftime, they have a heavy emphasis of getting Price Sanford taking the ball to the basket because he's going to get his, and I think he's going to get his in the second half.
Take a look at scoring in the first half for Dowling Catholic. The Maroons were led at halftime by Joey Coppola with 8 points, Drew Marr with 7 points, Ryan Kleppe with 7 points, 5 points for Colin Clark, 4 points for Dante Cataldo off the bench for Dowling Catholic, and 2 points for Andrew Nyanji and for Riddick Metten. The Maroons were 1 of 2 at the free throw line. For Waukee Northwest, Cade Kelderman leading the way with 16 points in the first half. He now has 19 with the made three-pointer a little while ago. 9 points for Price Sanford at halftime. He now has 11, and Grant Tigas with 9 points. So the Wolves had 4 players score, and now a turnover by the Maroons. The other way we go, here's Sanford with it, 43-35. Waukee Northwest with the lead, and now whistling a foul in transition on Dowling.
Maroons come out of that timeout, setting up a double screen for Drew Marr to get an open shot on the wing, and he was wide open. They just didn't. The ball was on the opposite side of the court, and he just didn't really work the ball over to him. And again, Price Sanford forcing a turnover by the Maroons. That's the second turnover by the Maroons here early in the third quarter.
I mentioned Dowling 1 of 2 at the free throw line in the first half. Waukee did not attempt a free throw in the first half. And the Wolves with their largest lead of 8 had several lead changes in that first half. And now down the lane on the right side, Price Sanford shoots and scores off the glass. And now he's starting to heat up. He has 13 points for the Wolves, and the lead is now 10 for Waukee Northwest. Dowling underneath. Kleppe is cut off. Leaves it for Morrow. Drew, pull-up jumper, left elbow. Good. As he shoots and scores right over Grant Tigas.
Huge shot by Drew Morrow just to stop the bleeding here and get the Maroons somewhat into an offensive groove. And Drew hitting the first shot for the Maroons here in the second half.
9-0 run by Waukee to start the second half. And a long three up and good by Sanford. Wow, 19 points for Sanford.
Just quiet. He really hasn't done a ton. He's just getting his points here and there, but just a quiet, very efficient night right now for Sanford.
And now Kleppe's past the net, and it's stolen away by Sanford, and he'll go down and His shot is no good. I think he wanted to dunk it. Might have lost the grip on the ball, and then it was fouled by Dowling, and they're going to get Kleppe for the foul.
Well, Kleppe had a lot to do with that. Just getting a little bit of arm on Sanford, and Sanford just losing the handle of it and misses the layup. So 2-shot free throw here for Sanford.
Kleppe with 2 fouls. Sanford to the free throw line, 88% free throw shooter, leads the team. First one, no good. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Mercy One, Catholic Tuition Organization, and Skeffton's Formal Wear. Mark Amadale alongside Jimmy Cataldo. And want to thank Jennifer Phelps, our studio producer. We'll be back on the air Friday night for senior night. Dowling hosting Urbandale in a girl-boy doubleheader. Sanford hits the free throw. He now has, I got him unofficially for 17 points. I know the board does. We'll have to catch that up. 49-37. The Wolves lead Dowling by 12. Underneath. Shot no good. Dowling offensive rebound. They get underneath. The shot up and good. Metten with the rebound. And that was Coppola with the basket, I believe. Was that Sheck?
Sheck, great job by Riddick Metten. But Sheck getting loose, and he's so quick and elusive to attacking the basket. Misses the layup. Metten there to get the rebound and then finds Davis Sheck across.
And here's Sanford for 3, and it's good right in front of his coach. He's got 20 points with the three-pointer. And a long 3 now. Dowling the other way by Coppola, no good. Ball tracked down by Natush Sarankati. Rebound comes out to Waukee. Now corner 3 in and out, no good by Coase. Offensive rebound, Waukee. Kelderman in the lane, and he draws the foul. 52-39. 13-point lead for the Wolves. This is their largest lead with 4:08 to go here in the third quarter.
It just gets away from you fast, and the Maroons, poor shooting right now in the second half. But 3 turnovers has really cost the Maroons, the 1 point deficit here in the beginning of the third quarter, as they've extended to 13 points.
Metten with the foul, and both free throws no good by Kelderman. Cade, an 85% free throw shooter, missed them both. He has 19 points, and Dowling with the ball underneath. A shot up and good by Drew Morrow. He hits the floor. The basket will count. A foul on Sanford, I believe. We'll check that. It'll be on Tigas, his second, and Morrow with his 11th point.
One of the things the Maroons have done so well this year is getting the defenders to overplay and having the back cut. As that's what Morrow did. Strong, hard back cut, and then Sheck fighting him and completing the and one.
12 points now for Morrow, as Jimmy mentioned, makes the free throw. Drew, a 74% free throw shooter. Waukee Northwest by 10, 52-42. The Wolves beat Dowling 61-52 back in January, and now the Wolves with the basketball, and they draw the foul. They attack the glass. Foul will be on Davis Sheck, his second. Team foul number 4 on Dowling. Wolves with 1 team foul here in the second half, and free throws coming for Grant Tigas.
Maroons getting beat on the offensive rebounds. That's just guys finding their man, blocking them out, and just not doing a great job of it right now.
So Tigas will shoot 2. Again, our officials tonight, Mark Royer, David Lutz, and Sean Peterson. First free throw good by Tigas. Tonight's game on Iowa Catholic Radio brought to you in part by Construction Professionals, Mercy One, and Skeffington's Formal Wear. Second free throw coming. Off the back iron, no good. Ball slapped around, and Sanford comes away with an offensive rebound. Gets it over in the corner to Kelderman for 3. Good. Cade with his second 3 here in the second half, and he's got 22 points.
Ends up being a 4-point possession for Northwest. They
did
make 1 of 2 free throws and then get the offensive rebound and hit the 3-point shot, and that's just those little things that the Maroons have to be good at.
A 1-minute timeout called by Dowling. We'll take it with them. 3.5 minutes left to go, third quarter, and Waukee Northwest has opened up a 14-point lead. It's Waukee Northwest 56, Dowling 42. Here in the third quarter from the Waukee Northwest Gym on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Listen to Making It Personal with Bishop William Joensen Friday mornings at 9 on Iowa Catholic Radio or on demand at iowacatholicradio.com and the Iowa Catholic Radio app. Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Dental Associates, addressing your smile needs and dreams. 515-225-6742, Des Moines-DentalAssociates.com. Thank you, Dental Associates, for your support of Iowa Catholic Radio. Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from Mercy One, your expert circle of personalized care for all your health needs. With more care locations than anyone, your best life is their one purpose. Find your doctor at mercyone.org.
Iowa Catholic Radio, connecting listeners to Christ every day with people like you.
Hi, this is Kevin Bishop from St. Elizabeth Seton Catholic Church in Carlisle. Thanks for listening to Iowa Catholic Radio.
Hey, we're back here at the Waukee Northwest Gym. Mark Amadil, Jimmy Cataldo. Dowling coming out of a timeout. They attack the glass. They get the ball inside to Dianji, who just checked in for the Maroons. And he draws the foul, and free throws coming. Sanford picks up the foul. And on Price, that's his second foul. He has 20 points tonight to lead for the Warriors, as his teammate, Cade Kelderman, with 22 points. Dianji at the free throw line for Dowling. Andrew hits the first free throw for his third point. 56-43, Waukee Northwest by 13 points. 3 minutes and 10 seconds left to go here in the third quarter, and Dianji hits them both. He has 4 points off the bench for Dowling Catholic. The Maroons now have kind of dug themselves a hole as Northwest has kind of taken the attack to them here in the second half, Jimmy.
Well, you got to find Sanford on the offensive end now, and
at that time, Sanford attacks the glass. His shot up and no good. The ball goes out of bounds off of the Wolves, and that was Tigas that went off of. It'll be Dowling basketball, but yeah, they got to stop. Try to
it's
make them shoot outside.
It's a game of Sanford and Kelderman that's really digging into the Maroons here tonight, and then Tigas hitting right now threes have really been the offensive output that's provided for Northwest.
56-44, Waukee Northwest by 12. 2:43 to go here in the third quarter. There's a shot in the baseline, no good by the Maroons. That was Coppola with the miss, and now the other way we go. Kelderman takes the ball to the hoop, and he draws the foul, and they're going to get Colin Clark for Dowling with his first foul.
One of the few fouls that they've called with the body tonight is the officials have caught it pretty consistent. They've given it a little bit of body. That time, Colin just got a little bit too much.
There's Sanford's shot. It's blocked by Nianji. Good defense by Clark. Down court is Marr, and his layup is good. So a nice transition that time by the Maroons, and Drew Morrow shoots and scores. He's got 14. And it's 56-46. The Wolves lead now down to 10 after leading by as many as 13 points here in the third quarter. Now Kelderman takes everybody out and goes right back to the basket, shoots and scores. Cade Kelderman, what a night he has, 24 points.
Well, it's did a great job of help defense with Yangi and just fell asleep. Allowed Kelderman to pivot his way into the basket and find an easy shot.
58-46, Northwest now underneath, and Marr's shot no good. He shot it right over Sam Johnson in there for the Wolves. Rebound comes out to the Wolves, and Sanford with it in the lane. Triple team. Now they rotate the ball out. Here's Kelderman in the lane. Reverse layup with the left hand. Good. Cade Kelderman, 26 points.
Just no answer for tonight, and Kelderman has done everything he can to get to the basket, and he's got there in multiple ways, but using right and left-handed shots.
There's Morrow for three off the back iron, no good. Rebound out to Grant Tigas. The only thing Kelderman hasn't done right, he's 0 for 2 at the free throw line. That's the only thing wrong. Otherwise, he's knocked down 2 threes in this contest. Wolves with it after the Dowling miss. Here's Sanford against Clark, and a blocking foul called on Clark. So Colin will pick up his second in the last minute. 61 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. 60-46 Wolves.
I was going to say, I mean, the foul happened so far away from the basket, they're starting to line up for free throws. I'm thinking that's not a shooting foul, and that's what the official saw was on the floor foul, giving the ball out of bounds. Waukee.
Waukee underneath. They get it to Tigas, and he is fouled. So Grant will go to the line for the Wolves. Foul on Dowling. That'll be on Andrew Nuyanji, and that'll be his first. And free throws coming for Grant Tigas.
As often as the Maroons are getting beat to the basket, I think Sanford's getting his way to the basket. Kellerman obviously is getting to the basket, mixing up maybe a zone to kind of hopefully get these guys to force them to shoot outside shots and take your chances with that. And hope you rotate it enough to Sanford's side, who's been shown to hit those shots. See if the Maroons go to a zone here soon.
Both free throws good by Tigas in the third quarter. He has 12 points, 62-46. Waukee Northwest over Dowling. Final minute of the third quarter here at the Northwest Gym. First time we've been in here in Northwest Waukee. Underneath, pull-up jumper. A lot of head faking and shot good by Capola as he got everybody off balance. And nice move by Joey Capola, who now has 10. Wolves with it. Sanford for three. Good.
he just kind of just stabs you in the heart with those shots. I mean, he's so fluid, such a good length jump shot. Gets that ball really high and hard to contest.
23 points for Price Sanford, 26 points by his teammate, Cade Kelderman, and it's 65-48, Waukee Northwest over Dowling Catholic as the Wolves lead by 17. And now the Maroons. Here's Capola for three, top of the key. It's no good. Rebound Tigas. Offensive rebound Dowling, out of bounds. It'll be Wolves basketball. Dante Cataldo in there, and he was battling in there with Sanford.
Just a bizarre shot by Capola. I mean, the clock is right there above the rim, and he shoots an unabated, really three-point shot.
Baseball pass intercepted by Cataldo, and his half-court shot. Oh, they're going to rule it no good anyway. So close, but it was close. All right, our score at the end of three quarters of play here at the Northwest Gym in Waukee: 65-48. Waukee Northwest leads Dowling. We go to the fourth quarter after this 1 minute break on the Iowa Catholic Radio Network.
This is a Young Catholic Minute. Why can't priests get married? Did you know that an ordination shares a lot of similarity with a wedding? The rituals, the vows, even the speak now or forever hold your peace. Why all this similarity? Because he's getting married. His bride is the Catholic Church, and he promises his life to her, just as Christ, the true bridegroom, has done from all eternity. Now, yes, it is possible to have an earthly bride and a heavenly bride, but since the heavenly bride always has to come first, it can be really hard on even the saintliest earthly bride. That's why for the past 1,000 years, the Church has echoed St. Paul's words when he said to early priests, "An unmarried man is anxious about the things of the Lord, how he may please the Lord. But a married man is anxious about the things of the world, how he may please his wife, and he is divided." So, why can't priests get married? Well, because they already are. For more, go to youtube.com/youngcatholic.
And welcome back to the Waukee Northwest Gym. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo as we headed into the fourth quarter. 65-48, Waukee Northwest with the lead over Dowling Catholic, as the Maroons were held to 13 points in that third quarter. We'll get the statistics through three quarters. As Dowling has the ball first, right to left in front of us. They're working inside. A shot up and no good by Metten. Out of bounds to Dowling. Jimmy?
Some of the going through the through three quarters, Maroons 16 of 26 from the field, 61%. 4 of 12 from three, 11 total rebounds and 5 turnovers. For Northwest, 17 of 25 for 68%, 8 of 17 from three, 20 rebounds and 4 turnovers.
Northwest outscored Dowling 29-13 in the third quarter. Now an offensive foul on Colin Clark. That's his third foul. As Colin tried to go around his defender, and they took the charge. 65-48, Waukee Northwest with the lead. The Wolves were 4 of 8 at the free throw line in the third quarter after not attempting the free throw through the first half.
The Maroons out-rebounded 8-2 in that third quarter. 3 of those coming on the offensive end, and in giving up easy baskets to Northwest.
All right, Kelderman now. The ball in the corner to Andrew Coase is in there. Dowling staying.
Going back to a zone
defense here. I think this is the first time tonight we've seen it, Jimmy. I'm not sure. I think so.
I think it's the right move. They're getting beat to the basket. See if you can take your chances on the three-point shot.
All right, 4 on the shot clock. In the lane, a shot up and good by Andrew Coase. If it isn't Kelderman, it's Coase that dribble drives inside, and Coase with his 4th point.
Travel by Colin Clark on that, just getting a little too quick on the wing pass. Saw open lane and just a little bit too quick.
Maroons trail by 19. Dowling led by 3 in the first half. Both teams had traded leads, but it's been all Waukee Northwest here in the third quarter, outscoring Dowling 29-13 as we start the fourth quarter. 6:45 left to go in the fourth. 67-48 Wolves. First time we've been here for a broadcast. I think the first time Dowling teams have played here in the Wolves gym since it was built 2 years ago. Now a long 3, up and good by Sanford. And I think he's in a competition with Kelderman as they both have 26 points at this juncture with the 3. Wow.
Pick your poison on it. The Maroons are playing a really good zone defense and got a hand in Sanford's face. But
right underneath. A shot no good by the Maroons. It's Jack Odie with the miss. Rebound out to Waukee. Sanford guarded by Colin Clark. Maroons, they go in zone. They are going zone. 3-2 zone. Here's Kelderman down the lane. Kicks it off in the corner for 3. Up, no good. Offensive rebound, Waukee, and Sanford, and he puts it in. Bryce Sanford with his 28th point. He's really going after his teammate, who has 26.
You got to put a body in him, and that's what you got to slow him down and just find him on the offensive side. Both has a offensive rebounder and a shooter. And Maroons failed to do that.
I want to thank all the folks here at Waukee Northwest for their hospitality. 72-48 is our score. Timeout on the floor with a 30-second timeout with 5:45 left to go in the fourth quarter. And thanks to, obviously, Chris Guest and Brett Watson, the girls and boys basketball coaches here at Waukee Northwest. Jim Dewey, the athletic director. That's why you got your best spot that you've had all year. Thanks to Jim Dewey. I said, hey, I know this guy named Cataldo. Yep, you get right here, and there's a sign in front of you.
There's a sign in front of you. Not only is there a gate.
I'm not going to use your name anymore.
I can't even look through the gate because there's a sign here.
Thanks to Wendy Ritzmeyer and Justin Ohl, former boys basketball coach here. And Kurt Getting running he's a striped shirt down there, official scorer. Kurt and his wife Tammy do a lot of things for Waukee, and tremendous parishioners out there at St. Boniface Parish. And their son Johnny's a pretty good high school basketball official. Out of the timeout, Dowling with the ball, and here's Cataldo with it. He draws the foul. Sam Johnson will be guilty of it, out of bounds to Dowling. And that is foul number 3 on Waukee Northwest. Dowling with 18 fouls. And for Johnson, that is his first. Maroons will inbound the ball to get it to Clark. Out to Cataldo for 3, no good.
Yeah, you talk about...
Out of bounds to Waukee Northwest, 72-48.
You talk about, his mother. That's his mother's shot.
Oh, here we go. Dante missed the shot, folks. That's all. I'll just leave it at that. That's what happens when Dad's around.
Yeah.
All right, long 3, no good by the Wolves. They come down. Coast with the miss. Outlet pass goes to Odie. Jackson with it. 5 minutes to play. Underneath, a shot up and good. Maroons attack. That's Ryan Kleppe with the basket.
Good controlled attack play by Kleppe. Tigas came in to try to take the charge, but Kleppe was in control enough to avoid that and complete the layup.
9 points for Kleppe, 72-50. Waukee Northwest with the lead. Here's Sanford. Another long 3 from 23, and it's good. That's beyond the three-point arc for Sanford, and he's got 31 points.
Be interested to see what he finishes with in the second half. He's really been the problem that the Maroons can't control here in the second half and extended this lead to 25.
Kleppe gives it to Drew Morrow. Wolves stay in man. Now they get it to Benton on the baseline. Skip pass over to Cataldo, or to Kleppe rather. It's knocked out of bounds by Sanford. And I think the Wolves are ready to empty their bench. 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go, and we're going to see the bench empty for the Wolves. Chase Lamb will check in, number 32. Brady Grisham, remember him in football?
I do.
30, he checks in. Grisham,
I coached Brady one time in those young ages. He's a great athlete.
Is that why you went to Northwest? Because of your coaching?
I'm sure I lost him. Yeah.
There's Check with the basketball. Down the lane, his shot no good, but he's fouled by Lamb, and Chase Lamb picks up the fall. It's just a question. I just want to have it. I wanted an honest answer out of you.
You look out there at Northwest, you got Chase Lamb, who's a fantastic football player himself. Brady Grisham, a great running back for Northwest. And Sam Johnson, their quarterback, just a junior. He'll be back next year.
Check at the line for Dowling. That's his first free throw, his third point of the night after a field goal. Davis, second free throw. Good. He has 4 points. Their score, 75-51, Waukee Northwest. They lead by 23 with we approach the 4-minute mark here in the fourth quarter from the Northwest gym. Wolves with it. This is Chase Lamb with it. Put over in the corner to Grisham. Nearly lost it. Now caught in the baseline. And a timeout called by the Wolves and Coach Watson. They never get caught on the baseline like that. We'll keep it here. With under 4 minutes to play, Dowling trailing 75-52. If you joined us late, Dowling girls a winner tonight. 60-43 over Waukee Northwest. They improved their record to 15-4, ranked fourth in Class 5A. And tomorrow they'll find out the girls' brackets for Classes 4A and 5A. As
they should be a home seed throughout their playoffs. Yeah. So the Dowling girls playing home, and you got to win 2 games.
Got to win 2.
They'll get the bye probably at the first round.
Now the boys' brackets come out next Monday, so we'll know here less than a week. So to Dowling next week, we have a non-conference game at Des Moines Lincoln. We will not be on that night, but we will be on Thursday against 7th-ranked Norwalk in Dowling on Thursday. So we'll know the Du Bois brackets next week. Now underneath, what a move by Chase Lamb. His shot no good. Rebound comes out to Dowling and Cleffy. Here's Marr underneath. His shot up and no good, but drew the foul. That'll be on Sam Johnson, his second, and Drew Marr to the free throw line. So, girls brackets come out tomorrow. I want to thank Coach Kristen Meyer, the Dowling girls basketball coach, and Julia Moore, one of 2 seniors on the Dowling team that'll be recognized on Friday on senior night, which we'll have on Iowa Catholic Radio. Dowling boys have 6 seniors. And their families that'll be recognized, not including, but also including the support staff, the trainers, the managers, and their families will be recognized. So a very special night Friday, and we'll be on CISN simulcasting. So dress up, would you? I don't know what hat
Are we going to be in front of the camera?
I'm not making any promises, but be ready. Is that possible? All right, did Drew hit the free throw?
He hit 1 of 2.
All right, thank you. So Morrow with 15 points. And now teams trade turnovers, and now the Wolves come away with it. This is Alex Carr. Or check that, Spencer Neiman with it. Underneath, leaves it 4. Sam Johnson, his shot no good. Fight for the rebound, and Dowling comes away with it. And now they throw it away. They get it to Sam Johnson. Layup good with the steal. They were kind of, you call it basket hanging a little bit. And Johnson shoots and scores. That is his 4th point.
Just unforced errors that when you're a Dowling team like this, you just can't afford to.
77-43. Wolves with the lead and in control. Final 3 minutes here. There's Odie with it. Tries to get to Cleffy. Nearly lost it. Little 2-man game in the left wing.
Nick Frericks making an appearance here along with Cole Southard.
Frericks, number 23, and now a fall-away jumper. No good by Drew Morrow from the right baseline. There's Chase Lamb with it all the way down. In the lane. Shot up and good. Lamb went right around Odie. Lamb with his first basket. Timeout just for substitutions as both teams now. You got to get both sheets out.
I'll help you with the Maroons. So the Maroons lined up right now. Jackson Trine makes an appearance for the Maroons.
Here's my favorite guy for Waukee Northwest, Rocco Pinelli.
I bet you his father cooks a great meal.
You know, I bet Metten's dad does too. I don't know, for the Dowling team. I'm looking down their roster. There's a Cataldo, there's a Capola probably. Odie for 3, and it's good. So Jack with his 7th 3 of the year. 79-56, Waukee Northwest. Am I right? I mean, would you?
I would certainly agree.
Wolves with the basketball as they have the ball. Final 2 minutes of the contest. Here's Grisham down the lane. The running back shoots and scores.
They brought in the muscle. The muscle is taking the basket. The muscle is Chase Lamb taking it hard to the basket.
And now a 3-pointer good by Dowling. That's Jackson Trine with his 4th 3 of the year on the left baseline.
We've seen Jackson try and hit a couple threes in his limited time coming into these games.
81-59. Northwest, and a little scoop shot up and good. A deep scoop shot by Spencer Neiman for the Wolves. Neiman, a 5'11 senior. It's 83-59 Waukee Northwest. Kleppy's three is blocked. Ball loose on the floor and picked up by Alex Carr. Wolves the other way. They dribble baseline. This will be Caden Smith-Fitzgerald, and he turns it over. The other way we go, and shot off the glass, good. That's Kleppy with the basket. That's his 9th point, or check that, his 11th point. And we've got players checking in.
Kenny Nielsen checks in for Ryan Kleppy.
Neiman and Grisham check out for Waukee Northwest. Sandro Billick saw his sister play in the girls' game, in for Waukee Northwest, number 22. Wolves with it. Now corner three by Billick is no good. Rebound Dowling. Moves the other way. That rebound was by Danny Nielsen. Now corner three by the Maroons. It's no good by Cole Southard. Rebound Jackson Trine. Long or 2-point basket is good by Trine. Just inside the 3-point line. Trine with 5 points. 83-63. Wolves by 20. Final 30 seconds here at the Northwest Gym, as both Waukee Northwest and Dowling will play to a doubleheader split. Girls game won by Dowling, and the boys will be won by Northwest. Underneath, Rocco Pinelli shot no good with the left hand. Rebound Dowling, trying for three in transition. It's no good. Pinelli with the rebound. Rocco the outlet pass. He threw it in to the Waukee Northwest bench with 6 seconds to play. Up next for the Wolves, they will be hosting number 6 Ankeny Centennial Friday night. For Dowling, they will be hosting Urbandale Friday night before traveling to Ames on Saturday. And the teams will dribble it out. Final score, Waukee Northwest 83, Dowling Catholic 63. So the Wolves then win both matchups this year. 61-52 over at Dowling and 83-63 over the Maroons here at the Waukee Northwest Gym. We're going to take a 2-minute break. We'll come back for the post-game show here on Iowa Catholic Radio. Mark Amadale, Jimmy Cataldo. Again, the finals in the girls contest. It was Dowling 60, Waukee Northwest 43. Dowling girls winning their 12th in a row. Their record now 15-4. And they are awaiting their postseason brackets, which come out tomorrow for classes 4A and 5A. And in the boys contest, Waukee Northwest improves its record to 17-2 with a 83-63 win over Dowling Catholic for the third-ranked Northwest Wolves. Dowling's record falls to 8-9. And Jimmy Cataldo and I will be back with the post-game show after this 2-minute break here on Iowa Catholic Radio.
Listen to Man Up with Joe Stopulos Monday mornings at 9 on Iowa Catholic Radio and on demand at iowacatholicradio.com and the Iowa Catholic Radio app.
The Catholic Tuition Organization provides tuition assistance for families to send their kids to our Catholic schools and 65% Iowa tax credits for you. Give to ctoiowa.org.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio is provided by Skeffington's Formal Wear, in business since 1951, with locations in Des Moines, West Des Moines, Coralville, and Ankeny. Skeffington's Formal Wear, fitting you for life celebrations. Online at skeffingtons.com.
Iowa Catholic Radio, connecting listeners to Christ every day with people like you.
Hi, this is Matt Kneifel at St. Francis of Assisi Parish in West Des Moines. Thanks for listening to Iowa Catholic Radio.
Did you know you have a choice in your child's education? Smaller class sizes, dedicated teachers, a sense of community, and a caring learning environment, whether it's in the classroom or at home. Diocese of Des Moines Catholic Schools deliver the best value in education, and we offer tuition assistance to help you afford it. Learn more about how the Catholic schools in the Des Moines Diocese might be the right choice for your child. Visit dmdiocese.org/schools.
Support for Iowa Catholic Radio comes from businesses and organizations who share in the mission of connecting listeners to Christ while connecting you to their products and services they provide. To learn more and support the businesses and organizations who support the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, visit iowacatholicradio.com to view our business sponsors. If you'd like more information on how your business or organization can become a business sponsor, contact Deacon Mark 515-223-1150, 515-223-1150.
Listener-supported Iowa Catholic Radio, 1150 AM KWKY Des Moines, 94.5 FM K233BT Des Moines, 88.5 FM KIHS Adel. Online anytime at iowacatholicradio.com.
Welcome back to the Waukee Northwest Gym. Mark Amadale alongside Jimmy Cataldo. Final score tonight in the boys contest, Waukee Northwest. They defeat Dowling Catholic 83-63 as the third-ranked Northwest Wolves now move their record to 17-2. Dowling falls to 8-9. As Jimmy Cataldo and I are totaling up the score. You all set to go there, Coach?
All set to go.
All right, go ahead.
Dowling for the game shot 19 of 32 from the field, 59%. 6 of 18 from 3, 33%, 16 total rebounds, and 9 turnovers for Waukee Northwest Wolves. 23 of 34 from the field, 67%. 10 of 22 from threes, 45%. 26 total rebounds. Maroons got out-rebounded by 10. 26 total rebounds, and then 7 turnovers for Waukee Northwest.
All right, and now the scoring for the contest for Dowling Catholic. The Maroons were led by senior Drew Morrow with 15 points, 11 points for Ryan Kleppe, and 10 points for Joey Coppola. And rounding out scoring for the Maroons tonight, 5 points for Colin Clark off the bench, 5 points for Jackson Trine, Andrew Nyanji off the bench with 4 points, 4 points for Davis Sheck, and 4 points for Dante Cataldo, 3 points for Jack Odie, and 2 points for Riddick Metten. Dowling was 6 of 7 at the free throw line in tonight's game. For Waukee Northwest, they had 3 players in double figures, led by the University of Iowa recruit, Price Sanford, the 6'7 senior, with 31 points. He was followed by Cade Kelderman, the 6'1 senior, with 26 points. And Grant Tigas, who hit 9 points, all three-pointers in the first quarter. He finished with 12 points. Rounding out scoring for Waukee Northwest, 4 points each for Sam Johnson and Andrew Kose off the bench for the Wolves. 2 points each for Spencer Neiman, Brady Grisham, and Chase Lamb as the Wolves went 4 of 8 from the free throw line. Wouldn't know this, Jimmy, after the score, but Waukee Northwest led by 1, 36-35 at the end of the first half, but the Wolves go on a 9-0 run to start the third quarter, and it was catch-up time for Dowling, it seemed like, in that second half.
But we talked about that the Maroons had to play about as perfect of a game as you could, and that first half couldn't have been as good as they could have planned. But coming out in the half, and the Maroons get outscored 29-13 in the third quarter, and as you mentioned, going on, on the back end of a 9-0 run by Northwest, really put the Maroons in chase mode, and that's a lot of things happened in that third quarter. He gave up a couple offensive rebounds. Price Sanford just got red hot in the third quarter. He finished the first half with 9 and then had 22 in the second half. Most of those 22 points by Price Sanford in the second half came in the third quarter. He just was red hot, and the Maroons didn't have any answer for that. So his shooting in the second half, and then the ability of Cade Kellerman to get to the basket in the first half, and the Maroons really not having much of an answer for that, really was a detriment to this game for the Maroons on the defensive side.
I had Waukee Northwest for 10 made threes. Is that what you?
10 made threes.
10 made threes.
Correct.
And that all happened. You mentioned Sanford. He had 9 points at halftime. Kelderman had 16 points at halftime, finished with 26. Sanford had 9 at halftime, finished with 31. And you're right, he just unleashed it. He found every nook and cranny that the Dowling defense gave him, and he made him pay.
And a lot of times the Maroons get beat on the dribble drive, and then nobody comes off to help defense to stop the dribble drive. In this case, you really had no answer. I mean, Price Sanford shooting 6 to 8 feet beyond the three-point arc, and with a hand in his face, and just a pure shooter, and a young man going to the University of Iowa next year. And you can see why he's one of the top-rated players in his class in the state of Iowa.
Well, he certainly is, and that'll wrap up tonight's broadcast. I know, Jimmy, we have senior night at Dowling. I know you've got a few things to mention, but looking forward to that on Friday, as our broadcast coverage will be Dowling's next game, as the Dowling girls and boys take on Urbandale this Friday night. We'll be on the air at 6 o'clock, we believe. We'll be simulcasting with CISN. And then on Saturday, Dowling girls and boys finish up their final doubleheader of the regular season. They both travel to Ames on Saturday. Girls game, I believe, around 12:30, and the boys follow at 2 o'clock. And then next week it's boys only, Tuesday and Thursday. Dowling at Lincoln on Tuesday, and then Dowling at hosting Norwalk on Thursday. That'll be our game that we follow. Dowling girls will have their regionals announced tomorrow. They will probably not play until a week from this coming Saturday. They'll have a home game Saturday, and if they are successful, they would play the next Tuesday. So that's kind of how our schedule. We will have all the Dowling girls and boys contests on the postseason on Iowa Catholic Radio. So really, our last game we're not going to cover will be the Ames game on Saturday afternoon and the Lincoln game next Tuesday. So
winding down pretty quick, but I think one shout out. I think it's absolutely to give a shout out to Drew Morrow. You know, we're celebrating seniors this Friday. Drew Morrow's a senior, but he hit his 500th point tonight. He needed 11, so he got 15. So right now for his career, he has 504 career points, and I think that's a huge accomplishment for a guard, and especially in Central Iowa, to accomplish 504 points.
And in this league in 2 years. Some of these players are 4-year starters, 4-year players, whatever. To do it in 2 years, that says a lot. And congratulations to Drew for that. That's a nice benchmark to have. His dad can't say that.
I don't think Nick got 504 on his SAT, but I retract. I mean, he's a much smarter guy than I am.
Do you think he's in his car yet listening?
I hope so, because I think proud parents, as they all should be, all these seniors,
absolutely,
to go through a sport all the way through and then be celebrated Friday. So if you're not listening, come out, celebrate these seniors, both boys and girls, who they all should be applauded for all their efforts.
Yeah, and our folks that are listening down in Florida, Arizona, Texas, and what Julia Moore say at halftime, she got relatives out on the West Coast. Yeah, we're up in the 40s this week, folks. We're warming up. We're melting, and we look for good weather. I know we got a little system coming through Thursday and Friday morning, but we should be fine, and that's what I like. No cancellations, no postponements this year. Knock on wood.
We don't need that.
We're doing well. So, all right, we'll look forward to seeing you on senior night, Mr. Cataldo. I know your son Dante is a junior, so we got a whole year left of him and track and football, and
all this goes very, very fast. And
do you think? So we're doing it with both your daughters. You
hard
know
to
better.
sit back and enjoy it sometimes, but all these kids enjoy to watch these kids. A lot of them grow up, and to see them competing on this stage, and tough game, tough losses, but they played about 2.5 quarters about as good as you could play, and just things got away from them in the third quarter, and that's true. That's what happened tonight.
That's true. Well, again, the girls get their regional brackets out in classes 4A and 5A, so Dowling girls will know their opponent by the time we get on the air on Friday. And next Monday, 3A and 4A boys pairings come out. Their sub-states come out, and we'll know that certainly before the Norwalk game on Thursday. So keep that in mind if you're waiting for brackets when they're going to be announced. They've already kind of told us, the media, of when they're going to be out. So we look forward to that. So that'll wrap up our broadcast. And congratulations to Waukee Northwest. Got a great team. Coach Brett Watson doing a great job with them, and they should make a dent. They got the state last year in their first year, losing to Cedar Rapids Kennedy, who, by the way, is the number 1 ranked team in Class 4A, undefeated going into this week.
It's going to be an interesting postseason. They got very, very top-heavy teams, but the Maroons have beat some top 10 teams this year. So if the Maroons get hot, and you'll see what they can do, get into that final sub-state game, and anything can happen.
That's right. Jimmy, thank you for sitting in, and it's good to see you after 8 days, and we'll do it again Friday night.
Right on. Thank you.
Jimmy Cataldo, my broadcast partner. I want to thank our supporters of Iowa Catholic Radio. They include Skeffton's Formal Wear, Catholic Tuition Organization, along with Mercy One, Dental Associates, Construction Professionals, and Ashworth Vision Clinic. Our thanks to all the folks here at Waukee Northwest High School, including their athletic director, Jim Dewey. Their basketball coaches, Chris Guest, the girls' coach, and Brett Watson, the boys' coach. Activities assistants, Wendy Ritzmeyer and Justin Ohl. And, of course, Kurt Getting. We thank all of them. Those folks are helping us. And, of course, the folks at Dowling, Colleen Webb, Jaron Herring in the athletic office with athletic director Tom Wilson. And our next broadcast will be Friday night. This Friday, Dowling hosting Urbandale from the Dowling Gym. It'll be senior night. We'll be on the air at 6 o'clock, their pregame. Girls at 6:15, boys to follow at 7:45. So for Scott Babinet and my boys partner here, Jimmy Cataldo, this is Mark Amadale saying goodnight and so long from the Waukee Northwest Wolves Gym. And our thanks to Jennifer Phelps, our studio producer. From all of us here in the Iowa Catholic Radio Network, have a safe and blessed, faith-filled evening.
Our coverage of Dowling Catholic sports is underwritten by Ashworth Vision Clinic, Construction Professionals, Dental Associates, the Catholic Tuition Organization, Mercy One, and Skeffington's Formalware. Thank you for supporting the businesses that underwrite Iowa Catholic Radio. The proceeding has been a Dowling Catholic sports presentation on Iowa Catholic Radio.